This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
When I think of potential, I think of a matchstick. When a matchstick reaches its potential, it releases a flame that ignites everything around it. 2018 brings new potential for you and your life at Itawamba Community College, where you are each empowered to do great things. You can be better, accomplish more, and live a life that is above the bar. Your potential is here.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, out to the broadcast tonight here on ESPN 95.1 The Fan and Let's Go ICCTV.com. Adam Gore, Lee Adams here in the Davis Ford pregame show as we're about 27 and a half minutes away from the First American National Bank opening kick between ICC and Southwest. And Lee filling in for Mr. Jim, who is having to take care of some of the homecoming duties going on across the way at the Davis Event Center. Lee, it's been a fun, exciting week full of activities for our students here on homecoming.
Oh, absolutely. From the pep rallies at the Tupelo campus to here at the Fulton campus, it's just been an incredible atmosphere, and of course all the student activities going on as well to help get everybody build that excitement. But we're here now for what homecoming's all about, homecoming court and the football game.
Absolutely. As we continue that countdown to the First American National Bank opening kick, we do want to give you a programming note for those that might be tuning in, trying to find the Saltillo-Lewisburg game. That game will air on ESPN 95.1 The Fan at 10 o'clock on Saturday. So a lot of those high school games being moved. Some rain in the area tomorrow night is the reason why they're being moved there. We do want to give you our first Renaissance Bank scoreboard update of the day. The Lady Indians, boy, they dropped a tough one this afternoon, 2-1 to Pearl River in the quarterfinals of the MACJC tournament, bringing their season to an end. Just one win shy of tying the all-time win mark in the season. They finished the year 9-4-1, but a great effort by the ladies this afternoon.
Oh, there's no doubt. The ladies played their heart out. Of course, not just today, but all season long, making playoffs 2 years in a row. You know, the girls fought really hard. Coach Strahler had the girls ready to play, and unfortunately just ran into a really good Pearl River team in playoffs, but it's playoffs. Everybody's a good team.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to take a break and come back, and Lee had a chance to catch up with Coach Sean Cannon earlier today to talk about tonight's matchup with the Southwest Bears. We'll be back with more of the Davis Ford pregame show right after this on Let's Go ICCTV.com and ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
In anticipation of the big game, Little Caesars invites you to pick up large, hot and ready pizzas for just $5 each. Score big by adding a crazy combo, Italian cheese bread, or hot and ready Caesar wings. This football season, make Little Caesars your big game party headquarters.
Pizza. The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
And welcome back to the Davis Ford pregame show. We're joined by Coach Sean Cannon prior to tonight's homecoming game and festivities. Coach, got Southwest coming in, got a short week. They also had a short week. Just talk about preparation for this week.
Yeah, their game was at 5 o'clock on Saturday, and I guess the advantage we maybe have over them a little bit is they got to make a 5-hour trip up here today, But really good football team. Record really doesn't show it, but they played some really good teams. Gulf Coast, Jones, Hines. They've been battle tested. Anytime you have to face an option offense like we had a couple weeks ago, it always presents a challenge. Hopefully, the familiarity of us playing it a couple weeks ago will help our defense a little bit, and you got to get ready for a really, really big football team. O-line, D-line is very big, and that's something that's very hard to simulate in practice. If you don't really have big guys you're going to face against, and that's kind of a hard deal. But hopefully jump out on them quick, and start fast, for tonight for sure.
Okay, well, you talked about that option that we did face a couple weeks ago at Holmes. Talk about the similarities between their triple option and Holmes. I know it's of course run based, but do they have a more deep threat than Holmes did, or is it very similar?
Yeah, a little bit different. The OC or the head coach now at Southwest was the OC at Holmes for the last 4 years there, and a little bit more diverse in formations. Throw the ball a little bit more. Real explosive receiver, number 2, who they really try to get the ball to. Probably going to face a lot of different formations than what we saw a couple weeks ago against Holmes, but this guy's been around a while. He used to be the head coach here at Georgia Southern, so he's been around the blocks. He's going to have a good answer, and have a counter punch for whatever you try to give him. But it still goes back to the same thing. Got to take dive first. Got to take quarterback, and you got to make a pitch the ball, and hopefully we can get him to put it on the ground a little bit. And that's kind of what they've done over the past few weeks, and and get some turnovers there, get some short fields for our offense, and. Because that's the biggest challenge is a team like this can take it 13, 14 plays on you, and you look up and 8 minutes is gone off the clock. So going to be very important for our offense, and they get the ball to, be able to score and set that tone early and kind of put their backs against the wall a little bit.
Okay, well, first time we've had homecoming on a Thursday. I know our sophomores been through homecoming, but that was on Saturday last year. Just talk about with the pep rallies and everything, and the atmosphere that's tonight. What's one thing you've been talking to your guys this week about it being homecoming?
Yeah, a little bit different. First time we've had this, and playing on a Thursday nights, everything really was the same, but it seems like it's a little more thrown together on top of you. I guess you'd say not thrown together, but on top of you a little more, just with the Tupelo pep rally on Tuesday, and then ours on Wednesday here on campus, and homecoming courts and alumnus of the year and Hall of Fame. So there's a lot going on, but I've told the kids the main reason that you have homecoming is for a football team to win a game, and that's the main thing that we talked about this week is people come out for all the festivities and fanfare, but we got to make sure that we take care of our business and win this football game in front of our home crowd.
All right, you talk about winning the big game here tonight. Of course, it's a week off from division play, but there's no week off in this league, as everybody knows. But just give us your keys to victory, brought to you by Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Yeah, kind of going back off last week, can't turn the football over. Very obvious when you do that, you're gonna lose a game, and that's really what happened to us last week. So we got to be able to take care of the football tonight. Got to force turnovers on defense. And that's one thing that's been talked about all week, and we prepared for if they give us an opportunity to take advantage of that. And then got to play well in the kicking game. There's some things we've changed up this week to hopefully give us a little better advantage there, and make our extra points, make our field goals when they're called upon, and then come out and play with enthusiasm. And I think the home crowd with the band and everything going on really is going to get our kids motivated. The weather's going to be really nice. Finally get a football night to play in as far as weather-wise. So hopefully that'll even give us more motivation going into the game tonight.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck to you and everybody else. We'll be back with more of the Davis Ford pregame show here on Let'sGoICCTV.com and ESPN Mississippi The Fan 95.1.
$2.99 for a Car Hop Classic. What a steal.
Steal. That's a heist. Put this on.
Oh, disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this. It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone. Made from Oreo wafers, layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
Well, Coach, big news out of Gulfstat today. Indians ranked 5th in the country. Just talk about this ranking.
Well, we're happy and excited about the first ranking of the year coming out, and us ranked in the top 5 after the first 2 tournaments. We do understand, though, that it's the first ranking of the year, and it's we just want to work and hopefully give ourselves a chance to be there at the end of the year.
All right, well, just talk about the team so far. I know starting to get close to that fall break or the ending the first half of the season. I know you got one more match. Just talk about going into that match and then just some of the things you're going to work on for the second half of the season.
Well, today we're going to Tupelo Country Club to have a qualifying round of 18 holes, and we'll continue on next week, going to Akia and Amory again, and then going over to Redmont Country Club and playing there, and just continue to prepare for our tournament at the end of the month down on the Gulf Coast.
All right, Coach. Well, congratulations on the ranking, and good luck throughout the rest of the season.
Thank you.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
And welcome back to the Davis Ford pregame show. Adam Gore now being joined by Mr. Jim Ingram here in the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association broadcast booth. And Mr. Jim, I know you've been a crazy busy day, just like us as well, but a very special day today as going on right now on the field. We're recognizing our Alumnus of the Year and our Athletic Hall of Fame. But I know you, Dr. Bunch, Miss Tilda, had a big hand in that today with a very special ceremony before the games today.
We did, Adam, and glad to be here tonight. Looking forward to the game. What a special day for the college. A lot of things going on. You mentioned homecoming. We had a tremendous crowd. We had we think around 200 people attend today. Of course, we had Ron Hill and Mike Nanny, Athletic Hall of Fame. Ron Hill's from Okolona. Mike is from the Fulton area. And then Tommy Klein, well known around here from Fulton. Because of that and because of the popularity of these 3 individuals, what they've done for the community, we had a tremendous turnout. What a special day.
Absolutely. And, of course, it's always a very extra special day when we get to celebrate those that helped pave the way at ICC. The former students, the alumnus of the years, and those that really have played a very special role in help building the success of the college.
No doubt about it. And, you know, Tommy Klein and of course, his wonderful wife, Natalie, they've given a scholarship to the college. They endowed a scholarship last year, which meant a lot to the college. They wanted to. Tommy started his company, just him. And now it's grown to 100 people. It's been very successful. He mentioned that he was working 16 hours a day by himself.
Wow.
Heating and air conditioning. It just grew and grew and grew. He's just a self-man. And he said the most important thing is always honest with people. And he credits that, helped him be successful, but very humble, very appreciative, and he had 22 members of his family here, which is outstanding. Mike Nanny had about that many. Of course, Ron Hill is a great football scout, been in the NFL for over 25 years, from Oklahoma. What a success story there. So these three individuals are very special, and they do give back to the college, and very special people. That's why we had 200 people there.
Absolutely. You talk about Ron Hill, just talking about giving back to the college. He came back and started that NFL high school player development camp, and it was mainly for the urban areas, and he brought it to the South, and the first one ever was here at ICC. So Ron doing a good job staying connected with ICC.
No, and he's very appreciative. And, you know, he had a lot of people show up as a reflection on these three men by the number of people that showed up. And Ron is still connected to the NFL, but he's retired now in Florida. But he's got some great stories, just as Tommy Klein does, and Mike Nanny. Of course, is a well-known coach around here, well-known AD around here, and well-known businessman around here. We're very fortunate to have his son working for us, Michael Nanny. And they're very, very strong in this community. So we're tickled pink to have all three of them honored.
Absolutely. We just heard from his son, Michael Nanny, talking about the Indians golf team being ranked number 5 in the country. We're going to take another timeout. We're about 13 minutes away from that First American National Bank opening kickoff. We'll take a timeout and also hear today's starting lineups for your Indians right here on ESPN 95.1 The Fan and Let's Go ICCTV.com.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawama County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Did you know your child's eyes can be checked as young as 6 months of age? They do not have to know their letters or even be able to talk in order to receive a comprehensive eye exam. Your eye doctor can tell you many things just by looking at them. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide proper diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your eye appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
$2.99 for a car hop classic. What a steal.
Steal. That's a heist. Put this on.
Oh, disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this. It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone. Made from Oreo wafers, layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
Best pizza, New York style.
No way. Chicago deep dish.
Be a polish.
No.
White pie.
Half veggies, half meat.
Just cheese. No. Pepperoni.
Extra crunchy.
Chewy. Has to be gluten-free.
Pop it with arugula.
No. Basil.
Eggplant. Dude, really? That's not pizza. Come on. Pizza.
And a Coke.
You got that right. 2 Cokes, please.
My pizza goes best with a Coke.
An ice cold Coke.
Only with a Coke.
Carter Mills, quarterback, Acre, Mississippi. Deshaun Jenkins, running back, Warner Robins, Georgia.
Mel Thomas, wide receiver, Colorado, Mississippi.
Austin Watkins, wide receiver, Tupelo, Mississippi.
Kavaris Brown, wide receiver, Grenada, Mississippi. Trey Towns, fullback, Grenada, Mississippi.
Cameron Orr, right tackle, Gulf, Mississippi.
CJ Doss, O-line, Tupelo, Mississippi.
Sher Ross, center, Grenada, Mississippi. Duarte Willis, offensive line, Aberdeen, Mississippi.
Will James, right tackle, Columbus, Mississippi. Thomas Cox, long snapper, Fulton, Mississippi.
Hayden Franklin, punter, Pontotoc, Mississippi.
Caleb Comer, kicker, Cowdoin, Mississippi.
Taker Ruggles, linebacker, Aberdeen, Mississippi.
Michael Harrison, defensive tackle, Hamilton, Mississippi.
Rico Pickens, defensive tackle, Memphis, Tennessee.
Nicholas Smith, linebacker, Cleveland, Mississippi.
Atard Moore, linebacker, Kansas City, Mississippi. Kamar Robinson, linebacker, Macon, Mississippi.
Lakeisha Jones, linebacker, Holly Springs, Mississippi.
Tyrese Quinn, cornerback, Kansas City, Mississippi.
Kenneth Martin, defensive back, Columbia, Mississippi.
BJ Williams, defensive back, Aberdeen, Mississippi. Cortez Davis, defensive back, DeKalb County, Georgia.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula.
Jalapeno.
No way. Avocados, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done. Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkey's for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that. Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
And welcome back to the Davis Ford pregame show here, ICC in Southwest, about 8.5 minutes away from the First American National Bank opening kick here in Fulton. Adam Gore, Jim Ingram here in the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association broadcast booth. For more information on the ICC Foundation, visit ICCMS.edu. You can still visit letsgoicc.com. Scroll down to the bottom of the page, you'll see the logos there. Mr. Jim, we talked to Coach Sean Cannon earlier about his keys to victory being brought to you by the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Let's talk about your keys to victory being brought to us by the Bank of Okolona.
You know, Adam, we're favored tonight. We know that. I mean, Southwest has had a tough year, but we have got to be focused and ready. We talk about this every week. Everybody in community college football has players, has athletes.
Right.
And anybody can beat anybody anytime. You know, you and I have talked before, you know, Miracle this year in Division I football. Old Dominion, who's Division II, was 0-3. Goes to Virginia Tech, who's in the top 10 at Virginia Tech's home, and beats them, upsets them. It doesn't make any sense.
It don't.
So we need to be prepared tonight. Let's start out, be consistent, find a way. Let's take care of Southwest at homecoming, build for the future, because we know we don't want to talk about next week, but we know next week's very important, next Thursday's game. Take care of business tonight. I know Sean Cannon wants to see a clean game and be consistent and win the football game.
Yeah, and to build off that, you really don't have to look too much further than last Saturday for the Indians. Goes down to Mississippi Delta, had 5 turnovers, 2 picks, 6. So another key is going to be taking care of the football.
No doubt about it, Adam. You know, you cannot have 5 turnovers in this league. And Southwest would love to upset our homecoming activities tonight, and we don't need to let that happen.
Absolutely. We're about 7 minutes away from that First American National Bank opening kickoff here. You hear the ICC All-American band getting fired up below us as the ICC football team taking the field. Jim, I know we've got some loyal listeners out there that have listened in for years. And you want to take a moment to kind of just give them a shout out.
Right, and we don't want to leave anybody off. You know, give us a call, give us a text, and we'll throw your name out there because we appreciate you listening to us, watching us on live stream, which Adam and his staff do a great job on that. But I know that Gerald Brown, one of our fine employees at ICC, Gerald calls to me every now and then, says that he does listen.
Okay.
And he appreciates watches on live stream. Of course, Tom Childs is a very good supporter of the college. Saw Tom tonight at the activities, and Tom listens to the game. So we appreciate everybody listening to the games.
Absolutely. We're going to take a break and be back with more of the Davis Ford pregame show right after this on letsgoicctv.com.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
That is, for me, one of the greatest attributes about ICC, because it was challenging. It's still challenging in the classroom, but the classes are small enough where you know the teacher by name, the teacher knows you by name, and you're not just another number. The teachers you can talk to them, and they know you, and they know kind of what your needs are, where you struggle in class, where you excel in class, and they give you office hours, and you can go by at any point in time. And I know I had a friend at one point, and her grandmother had passed away, and she had a test the next morning, and the teacher said, well, meet me up here at 9 o'clock at night. And that's just something that you get at ICC that you won't get anywhere else.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs, and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom, or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion, or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton, or online, davisfordsales.com.
And welcome back to the Davis Ford pregame show. About 2 minutes and 45 seconds away from that First American National Bank opening kickoff between ICC and Southwest. We do appreciate everyone tuning in here on ESPN 95.1 The Fan, as well as Let'sGoICCTV.com. Just a programming note for those that may be looking for the Saltillo-Lewisburg game tonight. That game will replay right here on ESPN 95.1 The Fan. Saturday at 10 o'clock. We just had the the coin toss. ICC won the toss, and they will elect to receive here in the first half. And, Jim, that's kind of been what the Indians have done all year. Usually see teams defer, but ICC likes to get the football and tries to make a statement early.
No doubt about that. I mean, get a good start, drive the ball down the field, 7-0 would look good here on homecoming night.
So we're going to put the brakes on the Davis Ford pregame show. We actually have about 2 more minutes left to go here. Let's see if the referees might be nice and let us kick it off a little early, as we're just moments away from that First American National Bank opening kick. Jim, we talked about these sponsors, but Tommy Chamley and all the fine folks out there at First American National Bank with locations from all the way from Iuka to Tupelo, proud to sponsor this game tonight.
No doubt about it. And Tommy's usually at the games. If he can be here, he's here. And we appreciate him and all the fine sponsors that support us here on the radio. Well,
good news. The referees say put them on the field, set the clock. We're going to have a little early kickoff here. Will not complain about that one, so that's going to put the brakes on the Davis Ford pregame show. Referees wanting to get the clock set here.
Back to return this First American National Bank kickoff for the Indians, number 18, Cortez Davis, and number 17, Sylvante Oliver.
Are they going to wait a whole minute?
That might be what they're doing now. And the referee was asking for it, so we had to take a break away for a moment to get them to kind of get this clock ready. So we're getting set for this First American National Bank kick. Southwest will be in all white. Really like those uniforms. They've got big, bold, navy blue numerals. ICC, with the first time we've seen this year, they go with the blue helmets, red jerseys, and blue pants. The first time we've seen that combo this season. So the First American National Bank kickoff is on its way, and it's going to be taken at the 5-yard line. That's number 17, Slavante Oliver, with the return. He gets across the 25 and bullies his way forward out to about the 27, maybe the 28. They're actually going to give him the 28. Actually, the referee dancing back and forth we'll see where they officially mark the football, but a nice return to start the game.
Good return, Adam. We get the ball first. Let's take it down the field, take advantage of this good field position.
So they are going to spot it at the 28-yard line. We're to be a 1st down and 10 situation here for the Indians. This 1st down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, stop by and see Joey right there at South Adams Street. Clark Mills is your quarterback, looking to throw on the first play of the game. It is going to be complete out to number 19 for the Indians. That's Cedric Bradford. A solid pickup of about 5 there on 1st down.
Good start, Adam. Just a quick pass, getting a rhythm here. Give Clark some confidence. Quick pass, got 5 yards. 2nd 5 for the Indians.
So it'll be a 2nd down, and let's call it a long 5, short 4. Actually, now they do move it up. So a lot like we saw at Mississippi Delta, it took a little while for the referees to get the ball spotted, and that's going to kind of throw ICC off a little bit as they're a tempo offense. This time the give is going to be to Dinkins. He's hitting the backfield, and he is going to be dropped as that's going to be a stop in the backfield by Tomas Stevenson. And a big-time stop there, and actually a loss on the play. So a loss of one, actually, excuse me. Now they move the chain back again, so it will remain 3rd down and 5.
3rd and 5. Good play by Stevenson, freshman linebacker, 5'10", 240. Possession down, Adam. We need to get this 3rd down.
So the Indians with 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Deshaun Dinkins in the backfield. Movement up front, so this should be a free play for ICC. They're going to load up and go downfield, and he's going to be hit and dropped, and Bradford was tattooed on the other end.
I think he stepped out of bounds, Adam. I think it's going to be incomplete pass, but I think it's a 5-yard penalty against Southwest.
Yeah, very easily. Could have been targeting on the tail end of that as well. The referee did throw his hat, so that means he was forced out of bounds.
Good.
And, oh, yeah, that could have been easily a targeting penalty thrown at the tail end of that play. And it's unfortunate that it was not, as that was clearly a player coming in. And, yeah, there should have been an additional flag thrown on the tail end of that one as he went directly towards the head of Bradford. Let's take a look at that one more time there on the Little Caesars instant replay. And Bradford did a great job of coming back in to get the football. But you'll see at the tail end of this, yeah, that's leading with the head and everything. The prime example of why that rule was installed in the game of football, and the referee just obviously looking for the play as he went out of bounds, came back in, but very unfortunate that Bradford is shaken up on the play, and hopefully he is okay. And not a good sign as the trainers have his helmet and are walking away with it. Now they're going to try to give it back to him. So either way it goes, a big pickup there. It'll be a 1st down and 10 now here for the Indians. The ball is going to be at the 34-yard line. This 1st down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. 2 running backs in the backfield. Dinkins is going to get the handoff. Going to follow some blockers, trying to get to the outside. Stiff arm, goes around the corner, now has the spin move and picks up the 1st down. Nice run that time by Dinkins.
Good job by Dinkins. I think he got 12 yards, Adam. We got 1st and 10 on the Bears. They're going to put the ball at the 20. Well, now going to mark at the 22-yard line. 1st and 10 Indians.
So back to live action. You just saw the play there. Great blocking downfield. Jamel Thomas, Austin Watkins, and also Hiram Wadlington, one of the running backs in the game there for the Indians. So ICC with 2 receivers near side, 1 up top. Mills is your quarterback with 2 running backs in the backfield. Handoff is going to be to Wadlington. Wadlington crosses across the 20, and that's where he's stacked up. They're actually going to give him the 19-yard line. And so another solid pickup there on 1st down. And, Jim, that's what you like to see right now if you're an ICC fan, some positive yardage on 1st down.
No doubt about it, Adam. I believe we got 4 yards, 2nd and 6. We're moving the ball, placed at the 19 of Southwest. 12:50 left in the 1st quarter, no score.
So the Indians marching down the field here, trying to take a lead or score points on their first possession of the night. Quick out pass, that's Thomas. Thomas is going to be wrapped up and tackled. They're going to mark him just shy of the 15-yard line. So mark him at the 16. So it'll be a 3rd down and minimum. Let's call it a 3rd down and 4 situation now here for ICC. So the Indians are going to go with 2 running backs, as that was Wadlington coming in from the sideline. Checking out is going to be Roderick McLeod. So 3rd down and 4. Possession down here. Ball is on the 16-yard line for ICC. Mills going to run the quarterback option. Good read that time. He takes it forward, and it's going to be close. Well, a good read that time as he stuck it in the belly of Dinkins and saw that the defensive end committed to Dinkins, and he just ran forward, and now the Indians looks like they might be short of about a yard. And, Jim, this is where the Indians struggled last week against Mississippi Delta. They just could not pick up those 4th and 1, 4th and inches situations. And so now Indians going to roll the dice here for it early, 4th and 1 on their opening drive of the game. High snap, but it gets it off to Waddington. Waddington gets the first down, spins, and gets inside the 10-yard line, down to the 9, so that will move the chains, and ICC with a new set of downs.
Good job by Waddington. Got open. First and goal. Adam, the ball is at the 9-yard line. 11:30 left in the first quarter. ICC 0, Southwest 0.
So as Jim mentioned, it'll be a first and goal situation with the ball at the 9-yard line. It's going to be Mills and Waddington in the backfield. Go with a extra tight end set. Now they want to go a jump ball out to Jamel Thomas, and he was getting the business over there on the far side of the field, and no flag was thrown. Oh, my goodness. Not to complete this thought, Mr. Jim, but one referee was throwing the football to the other referee. The referee had a ball in his hand, and the other ball hit him down south.
Yes, sir.
And so we might have a break in the action right now as the referee yeah, that was what I ooh-weed about for those that might have been wondering. All right, so either way it goes, second and goal now from the 9-yard line. 2 running backs in the backfield. Mills looking to throw, has plenty of time. Pocket collapse now. He's going to try to tuck and run. Gets across the 10, breaks a tackle, and is going to be drugged down just about the 2-yard line. Nice run that time by Clark Mills. After feeling the pressure, was able to scramble forward and get some positive yardage.
Adam, you thought he's going down about the 6-yard line. He broke through 2 guys, went all the way down to the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal. Good job by Clark Mills.
So ICC with a hockey-like line change here. Mass substitutions coming into the game. 3rd down and goal to go from the 2. Movement once again. Going to be a jump ball situation. That one batted away. So one of those where the Indians just tried to take the chance to see if they might have been able to get a jump ball to Thomas. Good job by the linebacker coming across to bat that one down, but it'll be half the goal on movement once again by the Bears.
On the defense, number 66, half the distance to the goal. 3rd down.
3rd and goal from the 1-yard line, Adam. We're in the first quarter. 10:30 left in the first quarter. No score, but the Indians knocking on the door.
So ICC trying to put this one in the end zone here to take an early lead. 3rd and goal from the 1. Mills just going to follow a block. He's going to lower his head, but he's going to be stacked up at the line. Good job that time by Pearl River. As I believe that was number 23. That's Jalon Thigpen. And the Indians are going to trot out the field goal units.
You know, he actually lost a yard there, so good Southwest credit, good goal line defense. We want to come away with some points here. Adam, it's a 18-yard field goal.
So they'll spot the football here, and this will be Caleb Comer on to attempt the kick.
89, Caleb Comer on to attempt this 18-yard field goal for the Indians.
So awaiting the snap. It's a good one. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So ICC takes a 3-0 lead here with 9:51 to go in the first quarter of play. We're going to take a timeout, hear a few words from our sponsors, and be back with more right after this on ESPN 95.1 The Fan and Let'sGoICCTV.com.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here, and it's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We get set for a First American National Bank kickoff here. It'll be Caleb Comer who just made that 18-yard field goal to give ICC the 3-0 lead. Jim would have loved to come away with 7 points, but points on the board all the same.
We like it, Adam. You know, we drove down the field, took up 5 minutes. Like you said, we wanted 6, but we got 3. Good opening drive by the Indians. Roughly went all the way down to the 1.5 yard line. Roughly a 70-yard drive. Got some points.
So winning this First American National Bank kickoff here from Caleb Comer. First American National Bank with locations all the way from Iuka to Tupelo. Follow the flag to the nearest location near you. The Indians going to do a sky kick here, and it's going to be taken at the 25-yard line by Southwest. Going to try to get some blocks now. Has the seam on the outside. Got to get down the sideline instead. Going to run out of bounds. So is a long run for a gain of about 8, maybe 10 on the return that time. This giving him a gain of 12. And so the Indians, obviously the scouting report is you don't want to kick it deep against this Southwest team.
No doubt about that. And we had good coverage. He reversed field, and like you said, only got about 7 or 8 more yards. 1st and 10 Southwest is their own 37-yard line.
So it'll be a first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, whether it be home, auto, or life, stop by and see Joey right there at South Adams Street. 1st and 10 in that wing T set. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Now a man in motion. Going to run the option, pitches it out, trying to get to the corner. And good pursuit that time by the Indians. That was number 16, Tyrese Quinn. Got by that initial block and was able to minimize the gain to about 3, maybe 4.
That's Ladarius Williams, the sophomore tailback from Hazelhurst. Like you said, Adam, he only got 3 yards. 2nd and 7. Bears, 9:30 left in the first quarter. ICC 3, Southwest 0.
If you're tuning in looking for the Saltillo-Lewisburg game, that game will air Saturday at 10 o'clock right here on ESPN 95.1 The Fan. 2nd down and 7. Ball is just across the 40-yard line. And this time they're going to try to reverse it. ICC sniffed it out, forcing him back a little bit more. And there's a nice open field tackle for a loss. Good job that time by the Indians as they sniffed out the reverse. That was number 21, Derek Porter, making the making the tackle for a loss on the play. So it's going to be 3rd down and 13 coming up here for the Bears.
Good job by Porter. Stayed at home on the reverse. And like you said, Adam, lost 5 yards.
So a good job there to force them backwards. So it'll be a possession down here for the Bears. 8:45 and counting here in the first quarter of play. 3-0 ICC with the lead here on homecoming over Southwest, this non-division matchup in the MACJC. Man in motion. They are going to pitch it out, see if they can run for the first down. And once again, ICC doing a good job. That's what you got to do against a wing T offense, Mr. Jim, is use that sideline as an extra defender. Good job of pursuit east to west versus north to south and forcing him out of bounds.
Good job by the Indians. Southwest goes 3 and out, forcing the punt. Again, 8:15 left in the first quarter. ICC 3, Southwest 0.
This punt being brought to you by Little Caesars. If you're in Fulton and looking for something to eat from 4 to 8 p.m., stop by Little Caesars, located at 1405 South Adams Street, and get their hot and ready 5-meat feast for only $9. Austin Watkins back to return this Little Caesars punt. The snap is a little low getting there, and it's going to be a shank kick. ICC's got to be careful to get out of the way of it. And a good job by the sidelines letting them be aware that time. So not the best punt, but it does take a positive roll. And the Indians will have pretty good field position. Looks like the ball is going to be at the 34-yard line. And so now, Mr. Jim, the Indians drove down the field easily, but just came away with 3 points. It would be good to see if the Indians can come up with something big here.
I agree, Adam. Good field position. Good job by our defense. Need to take advantage of the field position. Need to get 6 points on this drive.
So ICC will send Clark Mills and the Indians onto the field. I see 2 receivers near side and 2 on the far side. Hiram Waddington will be your running back. Thomas, and I believe that's Jalen Gale on the far side of the field. Watkins, and maybe that's Bradford. It's Bradford. Good to see him back in the game. So a delay here. Mills is going to take off and run. He's got a lot of room to run. Picked up the first down and gets out to midfield. Man, Clark Mills looking like Jim Ingram scrambling down the field that time, showing a little extra speed we aren't used to seeing.
You know what, Adam? You put 5 wide receivers out wide. It opens up the middle of the field. Good blocking by the interior lineman. And Clark Mills, good athlete, got around 15 yards on the carry.
Gets the ball out to the 49-yard line. We're to be 1st and 10 here for the Indians. Same set, 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Waddington is in the backfield, and Mills remains your quarterback. 7:15 to play here. Mills drops back, looking to throw, plenty of time. Has the pass out, and just off the fingertips of Austin Watkins that time. And I tell you what, he held on to the football about as long as he could, and Watkins just could not quite stretch out and pull that one in.
A little bit low, but you got to come up with that catch. You know, Austin catches a lot of passes. That just went off his hands. He'll make some catches later in this game, Adam.
So it'll be second down and 10 now here for the Indians. 7-11 with the clock stopped after that incomplete pass. Same set, 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Waddington in the backfield with Mills. Looks like the Bears are showing pressure off the left side of the football. Now the Bears are going to make some adjustments here. Mills asking Waddington to change sides. Passes out, and it's going to be complete to Jamel Thomas, and a minimum pickup of about 4, maybe 5 on the completion out to Thomas. So it's bring up a 3rd down and long situation here for the Indians.
3rd and 5. Adam, I'd like to see the 5 wide out, spread it out again, and maybe we can run the quarterback draw or a tailback draw. I think we can run the football in Southwest.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if the Indians do that with that wild Apache that we've seen a couple of times. Of course, wasn't too successful last weekend down at Mississippi Delta. So Mills is still the quarterback in this situation, though. Does not go to that wild Apache set. 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen if you're watching on Let'sGoICCTV.com, the red channel. ICC changing the play with 8 seconds on the play clock. Mills gets the snap. Pressure coming from all over by the Bears. There's a late flag in, and then they're going to throw this one downfield, and there's not really anybody in the area unless they're going to be generous and say Jamel Thomas was near the ball, but the flag is down, and Jim, this is usually in the area of holding.
Right. They brought the blitz, brought both linebackers. We might have held them at them. It looks like pass incomplete. They'll probably decline the penalty and force us to punt.
Actually, they're so ICC is pointing as if it was against Southwest, but Southwest is clapping. That's usually what happens. Everybody's going to blame the other one instead of so we'll wait and see. And that is going to be the case here, so it is going to be holding. And obviously you want to decline that penalty with it being 4th down and sit on the punting unit. So ICC will send out the punting unit here with a 4th down and 5 situation. Hayden Franklin. Franklin is a sophomore out of South Pontotoc High School. Back to receive is Anthony Jones, a sophomore out of Laurel. So Franklin, the southpaw, south foot kicker, puts a foot into this one, and it's a beauty. Going to be taken and then bobbled, but then wrapped up and spun around backwards. Great coverage downfield by the Indians, as that was number 24 on the tackle. And that is going to be Ataris Moore. And Ataris, Jim, I'm going to give you the honors. Where's he from?
Ataris Moore is from Calhoun City.
So absolutely. So Ataris doing a great job of sprinting downfield and making the tackle, and actually getting a tackle technically for a loss after spinning him backwards. So Southwest will have it here with 1st down and 10 from the 11-yard line. 6:16 to go here in the first quarter. ICC leading 3-0. Quarterback's going to keep it this time and tries to get up the field, and does so. Gets the ball out across the 15 down to about the 16-yard line. Solid pickup there of about 5 on 1st down.
That's McGee, the freshman quarterback from Tylertown. You mentioned Adam got 4 yards. 2nd down, 2nd and 6. Southwest has the ball at their own 16-yard line. 6 minutes left in the first quarter. ICC 3, Southwest 0.
ICC got an 18-yard field goal by Caleb Comer. That was at the 9:51 mark of the first quarter. That's been the only score so far. So Southwest with the football, man in motion. This time the give is going to be the first man through, and the Indians stack him up. And it's going to be a gain of about 1 on the play. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and long situation here for the Bears.
Good job by the interior defensive lineman. Adam, you mentioned 3rd down, 3rd, we'll call it a long 4 or a short 5. And big play here. We got them pinned back on their own 17-yard line, like the force of a punt.
So it'll be a 3rd down, and let's call it 4, a short 4. Let's call it a short 5, long 4. You hear the ICC All-American Band getting fired up. You're going to hear an echo tonight because there's not a whole lot of Southwest fans that have made the trip up to Fulton tonight, so those empty stands is really echoing the band right back at us. We don't mind hearing the ICC All-American Band, especially when that pass falls incomplete. And I bring up a 4th down and 4 situation here, and another punting situation. Jim, the Indians got close last time to blocking the kick, and I think that's what rushed the kick last time. Be a good time if the Indians maybe could try to peel their ears back here and see if they might be able to get a block on this one.
Should get good field position regardless, and give our defense credit. We've had 2 possessions for Southwest, 3 and out both possessions. They've had 6 offensive plays.
And so it'll be 4th and 4, high snap. Pressure coming, and the Indians almost get to it again, but this time a much better kick. And, dangerous return that time as Austin Watkins goes up and calls the fair catch and takes it at midfield. Where to be 1st down and 10 here for the Indians. Jim, the Indians look like they're still trying to figure out what they can do offensively.
You know, we need to take advantage of this field position. Ball at midfield, our defense is giving us the ball back quickly in great field position. We need to come away with points here. As you mentioned, Adam, 5 minutes left in the first quarter, 3-0, ICC up on Southwest.
Homecoming night here in Fulton, as the Indians sending a pair of running backs to flank Mills at quarterback. 2 receivers here on the near side, 1 alone by himself up top. That's Jamel Thomas. Mills is going to hand off. This is going to be Waddington. Waddington cuts it up and gets near the 45, breaks off a tackle, looking for a block, and spins, still going. Waddington just refuses to go down, carrying guys all the way to the sideline. What a run by Hiram Waddington.
Hand out to number 9, Hiram Waddington.
Adam, we think he's a special back. He broke maybe 2 or 3 tackles there. That's one of the best 9-yard runs you're going to see this year. Great job by Hiram. 2nd and 1 Indians. The ball's at the 41-yard line of the Bears. 4:25 clock run in the first quarter. 3-0 ICC and moving.
So we're back to live action for those that were watching the replay there. This time play action, and the pass just a little too high. as it falls incomplete. 2nd and 1 is the situation now for the Indians.
That wasn't a bad pass by Clark because he was double covered. Receiver was double covered on the corner, had to throw it on the outside, incomplete. Still in good position, 3rd down, 3rd and 1. Let's run the football, get the first down.
So as Jim mentioned, 3rd down and 1 is the situation here. Mills goes with a hard snap count. Hands off now is to Wallington. Wallington, lowers his head and picks up the yardage needed for the first down.
Good job by Harlan Wallington. You know, he's listed 185, but he is powerful. Great strength in his legs. Got hit at the 40, 41-yard line. Went all the way to the 39, 1st and 10 Indians.
So as Jim mentioned, that moves the chains, results in a first down here for the Indians. First down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. 3-0 is your score inside 4 minutes of play here in the first quarter. Little play action, pressure coming, slant route is there, and did the defender get there too soon?
There's
yes, he did.
Flag.
Well, if that was at Mississippi Delta last week, there would have been no flag whatsoever on that one, as Delta was teeing off on some of our receivers early on some plays. But either way it goes, the flag is down, so that's going to be pass interference on the Bears.
Adam, that should put the ball, let's see, around the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Indians. Well, he's marking it back. They're going to place it around the 23-yard line.
Against the Bears on the play. Ball now spotted at the 24-yard line. First down, ICC.
So it'll be a first down here for ICC. The ball is at the, let's call it the 19.
24.
Excuse me, 24. You're correct. I'm trying to get a little bit too much yardage. As that pass is complete. That's what I was doing. I was just calling the pass where it was going beforehand. So the pass out to the 19-yard line, hauled in that time by Austin Watkins.
You got ESPN.
I do. And you're listening on ESPN.
Good point.
95.1 The Fan.
Hey, we're glad they're with us.
The puns are rolling early tonight, folks. So it's going to be a 2nd down. Let's call it a 2nd down and 5 situation here for the Indians. Mills is your quarterback. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. That's Dinkins at the running back. Dinkins will get the carry. Makes one man miss, but a nice open field tackle that time as he tripped him up at the line of scrimmage, maybe knocking him back for about a loss of a couple of inches there. So the ball will go to the 20 now. We're going to be a 3rd down and a long 5 situation for ICC.
You mentioned, Adam, 3rd down, 35, 3 minutes left in the first quarter. ICC 3, Southwest 0. Homecoming night here in Fulton. Beautiful night, beautiful weather for football.
So Mills will survey the defense, now look to the sideline to get the play call. There's 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Dinkins is your running back. ICC leading 3-0, coming up on 2.5 to play here in the first quarter. Mills, plenty of time to throw, now scrambles, has a man and just short arm, nearly a great reception by ICC. The deflection nearly popped up in the hands for an interception for Southwest, but at the end of it all, it was nothing but an incomplete pass as it was intended for McLeod. And now ICC looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field and try to go for it here on 4th down and 5.
I believe he is, Adam. You know, it would be a 37-yard field goal, but Sean Cannon wants to get the touchdown if possible. 4th and 5, Indians going for it.
So a big-time play here for ICC. There's movement, but the Indians couldn't get the snap off. So now Mills is going to move Dinkins from his left to his right. Gets the snap. And time to throw, and the pass is just knocked down. Great play that time by, I believe that's number 26, possibly, maybe 25. It's going to be 26, Jaquavius Randall coming up and batting the ball out of the hands of Jamel Thomas. Falls incomplete, so a turnover on downs, and it would be 1st down and 10 from the 20 for the Bears.
Give Southwest credit, Adam. You know, they've had a tough year. They're bending tonight defensively, but they're stopping us, and we've only come away with 3 points. We've had several drives, just haven't taken it in for touchdowns or other points.
So now it'll be a 1st down and 10, ball at the 20. You hear the ICC All-American Band getting fired up to our left here tonight. Homecoming night, ICC leads it 3-0. And this time the quarterback keeper, and he's got a seam, going to get across the 30, and will pick up 12 on the play for the 1st down.
First down of the night for Southwest Bears. 2:15 left in the first quarter. ICC 3, Southwest 0.
Good read that time by the quarterback to keep it on his own and just turned on the jets Pickup of 12 moves the ball out to the 32, where it's a 1st and 10 now. Coming up on 2 minutes to play in the first quarter, ICC with that 3-0 lead. And this time the quarterback's going to keep it one more time. He was wrapped up but is able to bully his way forward across the 35-yard line down to just in between the 35 and 36. See if it's a left foot, right foot mark. Either way it goes, a gain of 3 on the play.
2nd and 7, Southwest with the ball. Minute 45 left in the first quarter. ICC 3, Southwest 0.
So the Bears, one of the few teams that still huddles, them and Holmes, tend to still huddle on the offensive side. So ICC able to get some substitutions in defensively. And then flags are down. I don't know if it was contact by ICC or if it was movement by the offensive line, or was that movement caused by the Indians. So we'll let the referees talk this one over and try to figure it out here. And judging by the way they're looking, it's going to be on the Indians. ICC pointing at Southwest, Southwest pointing at ICC. And the only guy that matters is the guy wearing the white hat. And it is going to go against the Indians. It was one of those where they did not get out of that neutral zone before the guy flinched, and so that will move it up. So to bring up a 2nd down and short situation now. And I don't think they only marked off 4 yards on that penalty.
We'll take it.
Yeah. So 2nd down and 2 now. And the quarterback's going to look to pass. Pressure coming. Floats one over the middle. Jump ball. Really nobody there for Southwest. And I think you have to credit the defense and the pressure that time for forcing the quarterback just to fling that one downfield.
He had to throw it early. And like you said, the 2 men closest to the pass were wearing red for ICC.
Yeah, one of those situations, it was tough that ICC couldn't find the football or find an interception because Southwest rolled the dice to see if they might be able to catch ICC napping against the run that time, but a good job by the Indians defense not doing so. So 3rd down and 2. Can the Indians defense come up with a big stop here? Can Southwest convert on this possession down? Man in motion. Quarterback put it out there. Nobody there to take it. Pitched it back. Nobody home, and the Indians read that one nicely.
Good job by the defense. He lost about 5 yards at him. Great job by the defense. They're going to put it all the way back to where they started the drive. So it's a loss of 8. 4th and 10, Southwest. Got a punt.
So a big job that time by the defense of ICC and bring up a 4th down and a short 10 now in a punting situation. ICC's been close twice tonight on blocking a punt, as it's Austin Watkins back to receive this Little Caesars punt. So waiting the snap. Again, a high snap, able to get it down, gets the kick away, and it's a beautiful kick. Spiraling kick's going to drive Watkins back to about the 24, makes one man miss. Now comes back across the field, trying to see if he can pick up a block. He's got one. Can he get some blocks in front of him? He's got another one. Now cuts it back inside, and a big return that time by Austin Watkins.
Good job, Austin Watkins. And Adam, if you watch the replay, they've got one lineman chasing him, and we had a chance to clip him. We backed off. We knew Watkins could outrun him. Great job by our return team.
Yeah, and good job by Watkins. Weaving his way through traffic there. Just ran out a little bit of real estate. Good job of running him out of bounds, but a big return there by Austin Watkins. Hopefully the spark the Indians offense needs here to see if they can find the end zone. 17.1 seconds to go in the first quarter. ICC with a 3-0 lead here over the Bears. Mills now is going to tuck and run. Has enough for the 1st down, and he's going to wisely slide, so they're going to mark it back where the slide began. And so it's going to be a gain of about 7, and that's probably going to do it for the first quarter of play. Yes, it will. We've played one. ICC with a 3-0 lead. We're going to take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com and ESPN 95.1 The Fan. ICC up 3-0 after one complete.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say. It's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza. Then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza. $2.99 for a car hop classic. What a steal.
Steal. That's a heist. Put this on.
Oh, disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this.
It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone, made from Oreo wafers, layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we shift now to the second quarter of play. ICC with a 3-0 lead, trying to cash in on a great punt return by Austin Watkins. This is going to be Deshaun Dinkins, slips off one. Can he get down the field? He's going to dive inside the 5-yard line. Jim, I'm just going to say this. ICC got away with a hold on the corner, but a big pickup there for the Indians.
It looked like close to being a hold, but give our offense credit. First and goal, Indians here early in the second quarter. 14:45, clock running. ICC 3, Southwest nothing. ICC knocking on the door.
And as we said, this is where ICC has kind of struggled this year, is in the short yardage situations. And this is just when you got to lean on your offensive line and say, hey, you got to win this battle here. Let's get in the end zone. Mills, hands off is going to be to Wallington. Wallington trying to bounce to the outside, and he gets stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. And once again, Jim, that defensive line winning the battle up front.
Good job by the defensive line. Anthony Hayes, 6'5", 250, a freshman from Panama City, Florida, made the tackle. No gain, second and goal with the 5-yard line.
Yeah, in the scouting report says Anthony might be one of the best athletes and probably one of the best players on the team. Mentioned Panama City. Our thoughts and prayers are for all those in that area down there in Florida trying to recover from Hurricane Michael.
No doubt about it, Adam. They've had some tough weather situations there. Our prayers and thoughts are with them.
So 2nd down and 4 here for the Indians. Mills is still your quarterback. He's going to hand it off this time. Lowers his head. Does he get in the end zone? Yes, he does. Touchdown, Indians.
Touchdown.
Was that
Dinkins?
And looks like that might have been Wadlington.
Wadlington, it was. 5-yard run.
So a 4-yard touchdown pass.
5-yard run.
Okay. So Wadlington takes it into the house for the touchdown. We're awaiting the extra point here. And ICC now with a 9-0 lead, trying to make it 10 with this Caleb Comer extra point. The kick is up, the kick is on its way, and the kick is good. ICC leads it 10-0. We'll take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com and ESPN 95.1 The Fan. ICC leading 10-0, 13:49 to go until halftime.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as ICC leads it 10-0, 13:49 to go here. We'll have another First American National Bank kickoff here from Caleb Comer. We'll see if Indians elect to stay with that short style kick, and they're lined up to do so here, and that's what they're going to do, just one of those little pop-up kicks. And this time it's going to be taken at the 20 by the Bears. Going to try to slip through traffic, weaving his way, bobbing and weaving, and gets out to about the 34-yard line. We're going to be a 1st down and 10 here for the Bears, and looks like we have a Bear player shaken up as a tackle went into the guy, and he's able to walk up on his own power. But there is a flag down before the kick, and Jim, this is probably going to be offsides on the Indians on the kick.
You would think, if help me on the rules, I believe they could take 5 yards from where the ball is and move it up 5 yards and have 1st and 10 from 39.
And that is the case.
They can kick it again? No. Place
Okay.
the ball at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, so somebody's got to go get his flag. There you go. Referee just now realizing that. And so they do tack on the yardage, so the ball will be marched up to the 39-yard line.
1st down and 10 for the Bears.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 here for the Bears. A little confusion on where the ball should be, and now they're going to mark it on the
39, that's
39,
correct.
Yep. And so it'll be 1st down and 10. Bears with the football. They have struggled moving the football, but they have started to get a little bit more of a rhythm on their last possession. ICC leading 10-0. 13:44 to play. Pressure coming, and the pass too far, and credit the pressure that time Was that number 42? I believe it was number 42. That's Trey Towns coming in, a tight end.
Is Trey Towns playing some defense?
He is. I know the Indians have.
How about that?
The Indians have had some injuries on that defensive front, and Towns came in that time, applied the pressure, then lowered the boom on the quarterback. He did a good job playing under control as well, not to get a targeting call.
Good athlete, around 5'11", 260 from Grenada. Sophomore, glad to see Trey out there.
So 2nd down and 10 after that pass falls incomplete. Man in motion coming to the near side of your screen. Wants to throw one more time. This pass is going to be complete. One-on-one opportunity here for the Bears, and it's going to go for a solid pickup of about 15 on the play, and that'll move the chains for the Bears.
Give the Bears credit. You know, they've been running the football all night. They've come out on this series and thrown 2 passes. 1st and 10 Bears, 13:25 left in the 2nd quarter. ICC 10, Southwest 0. 10-0, ICC.
If you're just now joining us looking for the Saltillo football game, that game will air Saturday at 10 o'clock here on ESPN 95.1 The Fan. 1st down and 10. Quarterback's going to keep this time, and he's going to be paying for it. Actually, he drug a guy forward. What an impressive run that time by McGee, the quarterback. He was hit at the line of scrimmage, was able to drag a guy forward for a gain of about 3 on the play.
That's a lot of want to. He's only about 175 pounds. Give McGee credit. You mentioned it, Adam. He got 3 yards. Looked like he was going to get nothing. 2nd and 7, Southwest on ICC's 43-yard line. 10-0, ICC up, 12:45 left in the 2nd quarter.
We invite you to stay tuned at halftime for the homecoming presentation here in Fulton. And this time it's going to be a give right up the middle, and the Indians were almost there in the backfield with the handoff, and a big stop in the backfield that time by ICC. You'll see just a whole host of Indians going in there and teeing off on the fullback that time, as trying to see, actually they're trying to wrestle the ball away, saying that he was on top of the football that time.
Handoff to number 15, Devontae Johnson.
As that was Johnson on the carry.
By number 42, Trey Towns, and number 38, Jawan Lincoln.
And it was number 38 for the Indians. Lincoln making the tackle in the backfield. So a loss of 1 on the play brings up a 3rd down and 8 situation here for the Bears. Looking to throw. Has time and intercepted. What a play that time by the Indians.
Derek Pointer.
And Pointer read that one beautifully, made the diving interception, and gets the ball back for the Indians. Great job that time. Let's take a look at that one more time here on Let's Go ICC TV. I don't know if a player got his hand on it or not, but Pointer made the diving interception. Yes, it was actually batted down at the line of scrimmage that time, so the ball being deflected also allowed the Indians to be able to go out and get that interception. A big turnover there. Jim, the Indians cashed in on a nice punt return. Now can the Indians cash in on a interception?
Good field position, Adam. We got the ball at our own 38-yard line. We're up 10-0, 11:54 left in the 2nd quarter.
Going to try to see if we can find some Renaissance Bank scoreboard updates throughout the league. I don't know if there's a whole lot of other teams playing tonight. Mills, plenty of time to throw. Zips it over the middle, and it is complete. Nicely done that time by Clark Mills.
And
that was Brown on the reception. Let's give credit where credit was due. He was trying to beat him up earlier, Jim, but the offensive line gave Mills more than enough time to throw the football that time.
You're right, Adam. He had like 4 or 5 seconds, which is a long time to throw the football.
Some of the other games just now kicking off. East Central at Hines and Kahoma at East Mississippi. And it's Northwest leading Northeast 7-0. That's in the 2nd quarter. Those scoreboard updates being brought to you by Renaissance Bank. Mills looking to throw. Goes downfield. Got Jamel Thomas. Thomas hauls it in for the big-time reception. Nicely done that time by Jamel Thomas. There is a flag now at the end of the play, so this one could be coming back.
Jamel pushed off a little. I don't know if they call it or not. Offensive interference. They're going to call that.
They are. So Thomas, you'll see it right there.
Yeah, he pushed a little.
Gets a push to get the separation. So a tough break there for the Indians, as Thomas just caught with his hand in the cookie jar that time. 9 times out of 10, that one is not called. So a tough break there for the Indians. A good pass and good protection once again by that offensive line. Of course, we talked about it. A lot of the crowd tonight, a large amount of the high school games throughout the Northeast Mississippi area being moved to tonight because of rain moving into the area tomorrow night. Jim, I thought you were supposed to play football in rain.
Well, you know what, Adam? It looks like now the rain's not going to come till early Saturday morning. So, but they had to make some decisions earlier in the week and made some decisions play tonight.
And the quick pass that time, and I think Austin Watkins heard some footsteps coming. That pass incomplete. He paid for it after the play as he was tattooed, and it's going to bring up a second down and about 25 now for the Indians. East Union at Baldwin. That's a big ball game. Tupelo at DeSoto Central. You've got Boonville at Manatachee. Lewisburg at Saltillo. If you're looking for that one right now, that game will re-air on Saturday at 10 o'clock. North Pontotoc at Alcorn Central. Ripley at Byhalia. Senatobia at Tisch County. All in action tonight throughout the area. Mills, plenty of time to throw. Throws it over the middle. It is caught. And that pass is hauled in that time by McLeod. Not really sure why McLeod kind of reversed track that time, but was able to pick up and bring it up a third down and 11 situation now for the Indians.
Good job by McLeod. Got the pass. Got back to the regular line of scrimmage here, Adam. Looking to try to get a first down. 10:35 left in the second quarter. ICC 10, Southwest 0.
ICC trying to hurry to the line of scrimmage. The officials having a tough time getting the football on the field. And so ICC now will get set. Two receivers on both sides of the football. Deshaun Dinkins in the backfield with Mills. Mills trying to convert on this third down and long 10 situation here for the Indians. Mills gets the snap. Plenty of time to throw. Loads up, zips it downfield to Thomas, and oh, what a great job by Jamel Thomas. Thomas on his tiptoes, make sure he stays in bounds. Let's see if you see that here on the Little Caesars instant replay. Yes, it is. Jim, it's those type plays that could get you a bigger scholarship than you thought you could. Smart play by Thomas to keep those tiptoes up and make sure he had the first down.
Good job by Thomas. And again, the offensive line gave Clark Mills time.
And it looks like we may have a timeout on the field. Yes, it is. Southwest wants a timeout. Timeout on the field. We're going to take it with them. We'll be back with more right after this on ESPN 95.1 The Fan and Let's Go ICCTV.com.
When I think of potential, I think of a matchstick. When a matchstick reaches its potential, it releases a flame that ignites everything around it. 2018 brings new potential for you and your life at Itawamba Community College, where you are each empowered to do great things. You can be better, accomplish more, and live a life that is above the bar. Your potential is here.
In anticipation of the big game, Little Caesars invites you to pick up large, hot and ready pizzas for just $5 each. Score big by adding a crazy combo, Italian cheese bread, or hot and ready Caesar wings. This football season, make Little Caesars your big game party headquarters. Pizza.
And welcome back out of the timeout as we reset with 10:01 to go here until halftime. 10-0 ICC with the lead. We do invite you to join us at halftime. And one of the ICC players is coming to the side, and one of the new rules now is that you have to have the knee pads below the knees. The referee come out and waved at him. He pointed at his knees, and the referee pointed at his chest, saying, "My bad." So he did have the proper gear as needed. So it's going to be first down and 10. Mills going to try to jump over a guy, and a good job that time blowing up the line of scrimmage. It looks like a draw from the get-go was Derry Danzy, a freshman out of Trenton, Florida, coming in and making the play.
Good job by Southwest. Still hustling here, second quarter. 9:45 clock running. ICC 10, Southwest 0. Indians have 2nd and 13. The ball is on the 31-yard line of the Bears.
Dinkins in it, running back. Two receivers on both sides of the football. Mills is still your quarterback here for the Indians. Inside 9.5 to play to halftime now. ICC going to look to the sideline and get the new play. 8 seconds on the play clock. Plenty of time. Southwest making some adjustments defensively as well. Mills throws out in the flats. His caught to Thomas. Slips off a tackle. It's going to be down to the 15. Somehow squeezed through that tackle. And a big-time pickup there for the Indians.
Good job of Jamel Thomas. Caught the ball. Got several yards after the catch, Adam. As you mentioned, 1st and 10 Indians. They're marking at the 12-yard line to Southwest.
So a big-time catch there. It seems like every time the Indians need a big play, Jamel Thomas is the guy coming through. So it'll be a first down and goal. Can still pick up the first down without the touchdown. Dinkins gets the carry up the middle. Going to try to fight his way inside the 10-yard line down to about the 9. So a gain of about 3 on the play that time by Dinkins. So mass substitutions coming in here for Southwest. So bring up a second down and 8 situation. They got to get to about the 3, maybe just across the 3. Closer to the 2 for that first down across the way. So ICC trying to get the play call from the sideline. The referee was actually in the way. Mills told him to move. He did not. The referee's like, "I ain't got to move. You got to move for me." So Mills awaiting the snap. A little high. Now he's going to hand it off. And that was a great read that time by Dinkins, and he just bulldozed his way over the top of that defender. That play was blown up in the backfield, but Dinkins showing great vision and great strength to get the ball and move it forward.
3rd down, 3rd and 4 for the Indians. The ball's at Southwest 7-yard line, 8 minutes, second quarter. ICC up 10-0 on Southwest, trying to get more here, Adam, in the second quarter.
So 3rd down, let's call it a long 5, short 6 here for the Indians. See if the Indians elect to go for it on 4th down again here, being this close. Let's not even worry about that. Let's just go ahead and put it in the end zone here. ICC leading it 10-0, as Jim just mentioned, 7:35 and counting here in the second quarter. This time they hand off. ICC gets it, cuts it back up the middle, and tried to run his way forward and stacked up and stopped close to the 1st down marker.
I think it's going to be 4th and 1, Adam, and looks like we're going to kick the field goal.
And so ICC will send on the field goal unit here. As we said, needed to get closer to the 2 than the 3, as that was Hiram Wadlington. And the ball is going to be at the 3-yard line, so they're going to spot this one on the 10. So this will be a 20-yard attempt here for Caleb Comer. ICC trying to build on this 10-0 lead here. 6:57 and counting. Snaps a good one. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Second field goal of the night by Caleb Comer. Makes it 13-10 now. ICC with the lead with 6:52 to go until halftime. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com and ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
And welcome back to action. You hear the chop getting fired up there below us from the ICC All-American Band, as ICC getting set for another First American National Bank kickoff here, as Caleb Comer is going to be set to kick this one short, and he's going to pop it up once again. This time it's going to be 2 players running into themselves for for Southwest, and it gets to the outside corner, and it's going to simply walk that one out of bounds. And Jim, 9 times out of 10, when you see that somebody bobbles a kickoff, that coverage tends to overrun and over-pursue, and that was the result on that one.
You're right, Adam. And good field position for Southwest. If they're on 35, their defense has been bending. They forced us 2 field goals. We have gotten 1 touchdown. As you mentioned, 6:45 left in the second quarter. ICC 13, Southwest 0.
So it's going to be 1st down and 10. Sorry, I was in the middle of a yawn there.
Sorry. I'm sorry I bored you there on the
No. It's been a long week. Quarterback keeper that time, and a loss of 1 on the play. We had soccer earlier today at 2 o'clock here on the Red Channel, and unfortunately the Lady Indian soccer team season came to an end with a 2-1 loss to a very good Pearl River team in the playoffs. And I want to say congratulations to Coach David Strother and the Lady Indians on a great season. 9 wins, 4 losses, and a tie. Just 1 win off of tying the record for most wins in the season. So this sophomore squad, the most winningest sophomore group in history for the women's soccer team. Pressure coming. And he's got to throw that one away, and there was nobody in the area whatsoever. Coach Sean Cannon pleading his case here. When I say there's nobody in the area, Jim, I think you were closer to any Southwest receiver to where the ball was thrown that time. I guess they're going to give him the benefit of the doubt that it crossed the line of scrimmage, but the nearest receiver was at the other 45-yard line, and the ball ended at this side of the 40.
You know, Adam, he talked to 3 different officials, and they all kind of said, forget it, Sean, we're not calling it.
Yeah, so a break there for the Bears. Movement up front, but the Indians able to get back. And ICC caught a break there as the quarterback was trying to draw ICC off sides, and instead, as soon as he leans up to call the timeouts when ICC jumps. So a break there for ICC is the second timeout taken in the game here by the Bears. And Jim, let's keep it here. Coming up at halftime, which will be your way in about 6 minutes and 6 seconds, we'll have the Little Caesars halftime show, which will include the homecoming court here. And, Jim, it's been a fun, exciting week. Always is whenever it's homecoming.
No doubt about it. A lot of activities. A lot of people have done some positive things this week, and I don't want to go over the names because I forget some people. But a lot of people put a lot of work into this, and give our students credit for participating. You mentioned David Strother building a great women's program. Came up a little bit short today, but what a great year for David Strother and this ICC Lady Women. Done a great job. And the men play tomorrow night. You'll be there. I think Saturday night we play soccer.
Night, yeah. Don't put me there tomorrow night.
I'm sorry.
Saturday
Today's
night.
Thursday.
Yes.
Excuse me.
So 3rd down and 11 is the situation here for the Bears. A possession down for Southwest. They trail 13-0. Quarterback keeper, he does get the pitch out, and ICC is all over the top of that one. Hit him for a loss again. Great job defensively by the Indians, coming up with a tackle for a loss. It's going to bring up a 4th down and really long situation here for the Bears.
Good job by Cortez Davis coming out of the secondary. Got the tailback before he could turn the corner. Good job by the defense.
And this will bring up a Little Caesars punt. Hey, if you're not hungry enough for one of those $9 5-meat feast over at Little Caesars, you can still get a $5 hot and ready classic single topping pizza, and you can't beat it, folks. That's over on 1405 South Adams Street. Little Caesars of Fulton, a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics. Pressure coming, and that could easily be a flag. Yes, it is. And that's going to be a flag on ICC. You can't jump over that front line if you're ICC, and that rule is in place to protect the defensive player, and it happened right there in front of the official as Tyrene Reed is going to be flagged for that one. And Coach Sean Cannon is going to plead his case, saying the runner ran up and ran underneath him. And so they're going to call leaping on the defense, and yeah, that's going to be flagged every time, Mr. Jim. As I said, that was a rule that was put in place to protect the defensive players from getting their legs cut out from underneath them. So a 15-yard penalty will give the Bears a new set of downs.
Like you said, Adam, it protects the players. It was a proper call. Unfortunately, it went against us. 15-yard penalty keeps the drive going for Southwest.
We'll see if we can find some Renaissance Bank scoreboard updates throughout the league, and really nothing has changed much. It's 7-0 Northwest over Northeast. That's in the second quarter. East Mississippi and Coahoma still 0-0. That's in the first quarter. East Central at Hines, that's 0-0 in the first quarter as well. So the ball is going to be moved closer to midfield. The ball now is going to be at the 47. Going to be 1st down and 10 here for the Bears. Man in motion, play action, looking to throws. Got a man streaking downfield. Jump ball, tipped, and nearly intercepted. Nicely done that time by Tyrese Quinn. Felt the defender come back, the receiver come back on him. Did a good job of batting it away and nearly got the interception off the deflection.
Give Tyrese credit because we blitzed at him. We did not get there. So it was man-to-man. Tyrese tipped the ball away. Good job by our defensive backfield.
Jim, one thing we haven't mentioned tonight, first night that we've actually had football weather in quite a while. Temperatures were chilly today during soccer, but getting really cold as the night progresses.
No doubt about it. And this is beautiful weather. You know, it's not too hot, not too cold. Great night for football.
2nd down and 10. Whoa, everybody in motion for the Bears. No call. Want to pitch it back, in trouble. And it's going to knife it forward and going to be hit and tackled for a loss. That play was doomed from the get-go as there were 2 people in motion, and the referees did not throw the flag, as one of those guys was an offensive lineman that moved early. But it did result in a loss of about 4, maybe 3 on the play. Let's call it a loss of 3. So 3rd down and 13 here for the Bears.
Good job by defense. 4:55 left until halftime. ICC 13, Southwest 0.
So the Indians defense looking for a stop yet again. This was the same situation that the Bears were in earlier that ICC got to stop. Possession down here for the Bears. 3rd down and 13. 4:40 and counting here until halftime. Going to roll back to pass. ICC bringing delayed blitz. Pass is out there, and it's nearly intercepted again as that ball just floated to the turf harmlessly that time, as Tyrese Quinn just could not quite get his feeding underneath him that time. Good thing, though, Jim, that the ball did not get any further downfield. If not, number 11 that time, McCray got behind the secondary and was wide open.
He was open, no doubt about that. But give our defense credit. Stopping Southwest tonight. Southwest, I think, has like 4 or 5 first downs. That's all. No points. 13-0. ICC up. As I mentioned, they've got 3 timeouts. Thank you, sir. 3 first downs, I'm sorry. And good job by the defense. 13-0 Indians.
And this punt was shanked once again as the Indians just timed that snap perfectly, as that was number 22 blitzing up the middle. That was Tyrene Reed, who was actually whistled for leaping earlier, tried to make up for it and didn't jump that time.
No, he did not leap.
But
he will not
did,
jump anymore tonight, I can assure you.
Yeah, but he was back there as soon as the punter got the football and calls that shank punt, which is going to be out to about the 40-yard line, where the Indians will have it first down and 10 with 4:26 to play here until halftime. This first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, stop by and see Joey right there on South Adams Street. Or you can give him a call at 862-9340, 862-9340. Dinkins going to get the carry this time, lowers his head, gets out to about the 45-yard line. A gain of 5 that time for Dinkins.
Positive gain there, Adam, that you mentioned, 2nd and 5. 4:10 left until halftime. ICC 13, Southwest 0.
So the Indians would love to put more points on the board here going into halftime. Mills, ball is snapped, offsides, free play here for the Indians. Loads up, throws downfield, got a man, and it's going to be intercepted, but this one's going to come back. Or actually, they're going to say it's incomplete. That ball was intercepted. They're going to call it incomplete, but it really doesn't matter in the long scheme of things, as the Bears were offsides. But, yeah, that ball was intercepted, even though the referee said it was incomplete. So the 5-yard penalty will give the Indians the first down in ICC. That's what you want to do on those free plays. Just load up and
just
dunk
throw it up.
Yeah,
because you know they've got a penalty against them. It's a free play.
Yeah, if he would have went more towards the sideline, would have had a chance to possibly get underneath that one for a big pickup. And I'm really surprised they called that pass incomplete. Even though I think more than anything he saw the flag was down, so he's like, it don't matter anyway. So 3:57 to go here until halftime. ICC with a 13-0 lead. Mills throws over the middle. He's got the tight end wide open. This is just going to be a foot race, and it's going to be a touchdown, Indians. Jim, who was that young man? Augusta Cox.
Where's he been? He's listed as wide receiver. Place at Shannon. 50-yard touchdown for the Indians. Cox.
So Augusta Cox, possibly with his first catch of the year, and it goes for a 49-yard touchdown pass from Mills. And the Indians, good play call that time just to draw that one up and catch the defense napping. Found the seam, was able to put it through. Awaiting the kick here. The kick is up, and the kick is good. ICC leads it 20-0 with 3:48 to play here. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here, and it's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. First American National Bank loving this first half so far. We've got another First American National Bank kickoff coming here. A proud supporter of their local communities and ICC athletics, with locations serving you from Iuka to Tupelo. Just follow the flag to the First American National Bank location near you. As ICC getting set to kick this one off, as Caleb Comer will get set to step into this one. Comer has a pair of field goals on the night, one of 18 and 20 yards. He's also got a pair of extra points as well. So Comer, a busy young man. This time going to pop it up to the other side of the field. It's going to be called for a fair catch at the 35-yard line, as it was pulled in that time by Caleb Poole. So it's one of those, the Indians are going to survey the field, see where some of the return man is. Depending where he is, that's where they go the opposite side. And so the fair catch taken at the 35-yard line, and the Bears will have it with 3:48 to go until halftime. ICC leading 20-0.
Adam, we mentioned we've held Southwest to 3 first downs so far in this halftime. You mentioned 3:48 left in the halftime. ICC 20, Southwest 0.
So first down and 10, ball at the 35-yard line here for the Bears. Going to hand off to the long running back in the backfield. He's going to be stacked up after a minimum gain of the play, about 2. Yes, 2. So bring up a second down and 8 situation here for the Bears.
Gain of 2, second down and 8 for the Bears.
So it'll be a second down and 8. Bears really haven't been able to get that passing game going too well, but it's one of those, they say it's hit or miss. So whenever they do kind of start getting that rhythm, you got to look out for the Bears as they've had some opportunities by the air, but the Indians have been putting pressure in the backfield all night tonight to kind of disrupt that passing game. 2nd down and 8. 3:15 and counting to go here until halftime. ICC up 20-0. This time they're going to show pass again. The Indians in the backfield, and he's going to throw it forward and nearly throw it to, and that's got to be intentional grounding. There was no wide receiver, and it did not cross the line of scrimmage. They're going to say a fumble? There's no way it's a fumble either.
It's incomplete. Incomplete pass. Adam, they're saying that number 85, the tight end, was close to the ball.
He was not. He was 15 yards away from the line of scrimmage.
He was closer to the ball than you and I. Let's say that. That's about it.
That was intentional grounding because the ball never crossed the line of scrimmage
They're
either.
talking about it, and I think they're going to call it. I think you're right this time.
You've got to call that. And then they were going to call it a fumble, and ICC almost picked it up and ran it back for a touchdown. This is embarrassing for this officiating crew now. As they're talking this one over here, the offensive lineman had to dodge so the ball would not hit him. And they are going to throw the flag now, so they finally get it right. It is going to be an intentional grounding here. You had to call it because an offensive lineman had to dodge the football. And the thing about it was, Jim, they were going to let the play continue after ICC picked it up and tried to hand the ball to the referee, and the referee stepped away from it, and then we tried to return it for a touchdown. And so intentional grounding is going to be the call. And so it'll be a loss of down, and it's going to be marked back to the spot here. And the bad thing about this, I don't know if the spot was accurate to where it was because the referees were not sure where it was. Southwest is going to take a timeout. We're going to take it with them, and the referees too. We'll be back with more. ICC leads it 20-0. 3:03 to play here until halftime.
$2.99 for a car hop classic. What a steal!
Steal? That's a heist. Put this on.
Oh, disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this.
It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone, made from Oreo wafers, layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
And the referees are talking this over. It should be 3rd down. The marker's still showing 2nd down. And we'll see if they do change it now. So 3rd down and across the river. Let's call it that. 3rd down and almost to Mantachi here for the Bears as the ball being put back in play. ICC leads it 20-0 here over Southwest. Pressure coming. Quarterback's just going to have to eat it. He's going to be hit and dropped. The ball came free, and it's still loose on the turf. Who's going to get it? And it looks like Southwest has fell back on top of it. And so the Indians that time, I think, got a little greedy trying to come up and scoop that one up and run it in. The Indians get the stop in the backfield, though, and a big stop there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. I said almost back to Mantachi on that previous one here. Jim, what's a little bit further that way?
It's 4th and 42.
4th and 42. I'm going to have to look down to Sam Ferris. He's from Mantachi. Sam, what's about another 2 miles above Mantachi from here? All right, let's call it 4th down into Marietta here for the Bears. Looks like ICC has taken the timeout here. So, yeah, 4th down and 42.
I don't think they're going for it from their own 3-yard line.
No. I think if anything right now, your ICC, you tell your guys don't do anything stupid to give them a free 1st down in this situation. And right now, one thing Southwest has been struggling with, though, has been the fact that they have had some high snaps on their punts. Looks like ICC is going to have Austin Watkins back to return this Little Caesars punt. The punter has actually got his heels on the back of the goal line here. 4th down and 42. So the referee's going to put the ball in play and waiting this Little Caesars punt here. Southwest has brought some extra guys in to help block. The kick is coming. Oh, nearly blocked. ICC had a chance at it. And then ICC bobbles it, and now it's going to pick it up. He never called a fair catch. Did he call a fair catch? I didn't see it. Let's go back and look and see. That was returned. If he didn't call the fair catch, then you got to call delay of game in this situation.
Right, that would be a flag against us, but they're...
No, he did not call the fair catch. Unless it was off camera, there was no fair catch called that time, and a tough break there for ICC.
Fair catch call for
And I think the reason the referees did not throw the flag on the delay of game after returning it was a simple fact that I think they blew an inadvertent whistle there.
Might have.
So a tough break there for the Indians, as that would have been returned for a touchdown. As either way it goes, ICC will get it back. Play action. And that's going to be Thomas who makes the catch, and the ball is going to be out to about the 25-yard line. ICC up 20-0, 2:41 to play. And, Jim, I tell you what, man, you talk about teams need to go in at halftime to gather themselves. The officials need to most definitely do that here. 2nd down and 1 here for the Indians as they spot the ball actually across the 25 to the 24. This give is going to be to number 7 in the backfield, and that's the first time this season we've called Keegan Huddleston on the carry, and he goes forward for a gain of 3 and moves the chains for another first down.
Good job by Keegan. Been waiting his turn at him. He's hung in there, played hard, got rewarded tonight, got the carry, got the first down for us.
That first down being brought to you by Joey Cox, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent. For all your insurance needs, give Joey a call at 862-9340. That's 862-9340. And Huddleston, play action fake, and the pass, was there, just thrown at the feet of Jamel Thomas. Jim, if he throws that one up and leads Thomas is waltzing into the end zone, so just a tough pass that time at the feet of Thomas.
2nd and 10, Indians, 2 minutes left in the first half. ICC 20, Southwest 0.
Remind you to stay tuned. Part of the Little Caesars halftime show will be the ICC homecoming presentation here. ICC with it now, 2nd down and 10. Inside 2 minutes to play until halftime. Mills is your quarterback. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. And he's going to throw this one out to Thomas. Thomas is going to catch it and backpedal to about the 12, 11-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 11, and that's going to be enough for a first down. Good job by Thomas. Caught the football, knew that he had to get up the field a little bit to get that first down, and Thomas just backpedaled his way for the first down.
Showed some power there, Adam. As you mentioned, 1st and 10, Indians, the ball's at the 11-yard line of Southwest. Clock running, 1:42 left to half.
So ICC trying to take advantage here. This time a new running back in the game, and the flag is down before the play as that was a handoff to Reed. And so the stoppage here, you think, is against ICC. False start on the Indians. So a tough break there for the Indians as Reed had a huge hole to run through that time as Brown whistled for the false start, and he will come to the sideline. And if I'm him, I avoid Coach Sean Cannon and Cook. So ICC sending in a lot of changes now. Mills is still your quarterback. Reed still your running back. Tight end in the game now is Cox. 2 receivers on the far side of the field. That's Watkins and Bradford. One here at the bottom of your screen is Thomas. That's where they want to go is Jamel Thomas. He catches it, stretches it out. Does he get it in? Yes, he does. Touchdown, Indians.
Good job, Jamel Thomas. He's become a special receiver this year, Adam.
And that goes for a 16-yard touchdown pass to Thomas and puts the Indians up now 26-0 over the Bears. And we're awaiting the extra point here from Caleb Comer. Second touchdown pass of the night for Mills. 26-0 right now. ICC awaiting the extra point here. The snap is a little low. The hold is good, and the kick follows suit. So the kick is good. 27-0 ICC with the lead with 1:21 to play here until halftime. We're going to take the break and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com and ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back to action. And what is this, the 5th First American National Bank kickoff of the night?
I believe you're right.
For Caleb Comer. ICC leads it 27-0, 1:21 to go in the first half. Jim, if ICC's defense can come up with some stops, ICC still has 2 timeouts left to try to get the ball back before halftime. I doubt they do anything to that nature unless there is a turnover. So Comer is going to survey the defense and now is going to change the football as they're asking for the clock to reset. And now Mills is going to pop this one up a little bit deeper than it was last time, taken at the 20-yard line by Southwest, and he just simply slips down. Trying to cut across the grain that time was number 20, a little extra pushing and shoving going on after the play. And that's probably going to get the retaliator on that one, as that was ICC that shoved the second time. And that's what happens 9 times out of the 10, Jim, is not the one that starts it, the one that retaliates. And the late flag came in there, so the officials are going to talk this one over, and it looks like this is going to go against ICC.
After the play, personal foul on the kicking team, number 18, unnecessary roughness, 15 yards will be out of the end of return.
Unnecessary roughness is the call there, and as we said, it was a tough break, as that's going to add another 15 yards to the play there. And all that simply was, Jim, was the ICC player retaliating a shove from the Southwest player, and kind of like a big brother, little brother. As soon as the big brother does something and the little brother retaliates, the big brother cries and points at the little brother, and the little brother gets in trouble. I say that because I had a little sister, and that's what she always did. First down and 10, the ball at the 40-yard line here for the Bears. They trail 27-0 with 1:18 to go in the first half. Quarterback's going to keep this time, and the ball came free, and the Indians picked it up, and they're going to return it out to the 35-yard line. That's number 27, Kenneth Martin, picks up the fumble and returns it about 6-7 yards. And now ICC with 2 timeouts left, 1:10 to play. The Indians could go for blood.
No doubt about it, Adam. As you mentioned, we got the turnover. We have 2 timeouts. Great field position to 34-yard line of Southwest. Plenty of time, plenty of timeouts to get another score.
So ICC will break the huddle from the sideline. Clark Mills is your quarterback. Looks like Keegan Huddleston will come in as your running back. 2 receivers on the far side of the field. That's Watkins and Bradford. 1 here on the near side. That's Jamel Thomas, who just had that 16-yard touchdown pass. Huddleston's going to get the carry. Now wants to cut back across the middle. Does so across the 30. Keeps his feet about him. Gets inside the 25 down to the 23-yard line. And a nice run that time by Huddleston. And that's going to be shy of. There was a whistle down and saw some extra stuff going on across the field, but no flags. There was a late whistle, but it does go for a gain of 9 for Huddleston. 2nd down and 1. Nice run there for Keegan. Or no, they actually say a gain of 11. So had a little trouble spotting the chains across the way. He does pick up 11, so good for the first down. Even better run now for Keegan. Inside a minute to play here. Mills drops back to pass. Plenty of time to throw. Has a man back of the end zone. Touchdown, Indians!
Touchdown!
Who was that, Adam?
That was Austin Watkins, I believe, hauling that one in. Yes, it is. Watkins hauls in that 23-yard touchdown pass, and the Indians go up big now, 33.
Watkins.
So Austin Watkins gets the
number 10, Austin Watkins.
And back-to-back touchdown passes for Clark Mills, awaiting the extra point here. Off the foot of Caleb Comer to make it a 34-0 contest. ICC has exploded here in the second half. The kick is up, and the kick is good. We're going to keep it here as ICC now takes a 34-0 lead over the Bears here on homecoming. And Jim, the Indians, we said it, kind of sluggish in the first quarter, but man, they have kicked it in gear here in the second, scoring 31 points.
Adam, we've been consistent. Our defense played very well. Our offense has come alive. Still in the second quarter, 44 seconds left, 34-0 Indians. Taking care of business on homecoming.
We do have to mention there is a rule in the MACJC that once a team takes a 38-point lead in the second half, the clock does continue to run. So if the Indians score quickly in the second half, we can have a even quicker second half as they'll take the lead there. So 47.7 seconds to play. ICC leads at 34-0, and Caleb Comer on once again for another First American National Bank kickoff. Try to find some scoreboard updates. Northwest leading 14-0 over Northeast. That's in the second quarter. East Mississippi up 14-0 over Coahoma. That's also in the second quarter. It's East Central leading at Hines 6-0 also in the second quarter. This kick is going to be taken at the 21-yard line by Southwest, trying to reverse field, looking for some blocks, and good job of reversing the field, but then runs into his own man and is tackled as he gets tripped up by his own player. Just a tough break that time, but a good job by the ICC defender to force his teammate back into him. And there is a player down for Southwest on the play. Hopefully he's okay, but there is an injury time on the field. Let's take it with him. 36 seconds to play until halftime. Injury timeout. Let's hear from Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
Welcome back as they're still looking at the young man on the field here for Southwest. Hopefully he'll be okay as they're going to help him up and he's going to be able to walk off on his own power. So a great sign there as that's number 20, Allie Henson, that was shaken up on the return after getting tripped up by his own teammate there to be first down and 10. Ball at the 29-yard line for the Bears. 36 seconds to go until halftime. Jim will immediately go into your first half thoughts, so be thinking about that at the conclusion of the first half here. ICC up 34-0. And it's going to be a give to the first man through, and the Indians all over the top of that one. No gain on the play. And we'll see if the Bears elect to run another play or if they're just going to take it into halftime here, trailing 34-0. Moore on the carry. No gain on the play, so it'll bring up second down and 10 with about 15 seconds to play here. It looks like the Bears are going to try to get off one more play just before halftime. 10 seconds now. Man in motion. And it's going to be give once again to the first man through, and he's going to bully his way forward, and that's going to go for a big pickup, but that's also going to end the first half of play. ICC leads it 34-0 here at halftime. And Jim, let's talk about your thoughts on the first half being brought to you by the Bank of Oklahoma.
Adam, we talked about not looking ahead till next week in the big game against Northwest, being consistent tonight and playing consistently the entire game. Our defense came out and made some great stops early. As you mentioned, our offense got rolling second quarter. We're playing very good ball right now and got a 34-0 lead.
We'll take a look at some Sonic scoring in the first half. It was an 18-yard field goal in the first quarter with 9:51 to play. ICC took a 3-0 lead. Then at the second quarter, it was a 5-yard touchdown run by Hiram Wallington. Comer added the extra point. 10-0 ICC with 13:49 to go until halftime. Then it was a 20-yard field goal by Caleb Comer to put ICC up 13-0. Then at the 3:48 mark, it was a 49-yard touchdown pass to Augusta Cox from Clark Mills. ICC went up 20-0. Then with 1:21 to play, a 16-yard touchdown pass to Jamel Thomas from Mills made it 27-0. A fumble led to a 23-yard touchdown pass from Mills to Austin Watkins with 44 seconds to play, and that is your score here at halftime. ICC leading 34-0. We're going to take a break and come back with the homecoming presentation here on Let'sGoICCTV.com, as well as ESPN 95.1 The Fan. Back with more right after this here on the Little Caesars Halftime Show.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza, then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Oklahoma, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Did you know your child's eyes can be checked as young as 6 months of age?
They do not have to know their letters or even be able to talk in order to receive a comprehensive eye exam. Your eye doctor can tell you many things just by looking at them. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide proper diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your eye appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
$2.99 for a car hop classic. What a steal.
Steal. That's a heist. Put this on.
Oh, disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this.
It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone, made from Oreo wafers, layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
Best pizza, New York style.
No way. Chicago deep dish.
Nah.
White pie.
Half veggies, half meat. Just cheese.
No, pepperoni.
Extra crunchy.
Chewy. Has to be gluten-free.
Pop it with arugula.
No, basil.
Eggplant. Dude, really? That's not pizza, come on.
Pizza and a Coke.
You got that right. 2 Cokes, please.
My pizza goes best with a Coke.
An ice cold Coke.
Only with a Coke.
$2.99 for a car hop classic. What a steal.
Steal. That's...
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we take you to the field now here for the presentation of the 2018 Homecoming Court and the 2018 ICC Homecoming Queen. Here, ICC leads it 34-0 at halftime over Southwest.
Presenting the 2018 Homecoming Court at Itawamba Community College. Fulton campus freshman maid, Caroline Sutton of Pontotoc. Caroline is a 2018 graduate of North Pontotoc High School. Her activities at ICC include Science Club, Phi Theta Kappa, Indian Delegation, and Baptist Student Union. She is majoring in biology, and she plans to continue her education at Mississippi State University, where she will earn her bachelor's degree and subsequently enroll in the MSU College of Veterinary Medicine. Caroline is the daughter of Brian and Michelle Sutton. She is escorted by Noah Walker of Thaxton. Noah is majoring in biology at ICC, where he is a member of the Baptist Student Union and Science Club. He is the son of Nikki and Michelle Walker. Fulton campus freshman maid Caroline Sutton and her escort Noah Walker. Fulton campus freshman maid Anna Claire Tate of Morville. Anna Claire is majoring in biology at ICC, where she is a member of the co-ed cheerleading squad and Phi Theta Kappa. She plans to transfer to Mississippi State University to obtain a degree in biology and ultimately to become an occupational therapist. The daughter of Jack and Cheryl Tate, Anna Claire is a 2018 graduate of Morville High School. Her escort is Peyton Blair of Smithville. Peyton is majoring in nursing at ICC, where he is a member of Phi Theta Kappa and the Baptist Student Union. He is the son of Keith and Angel Blair. Fulton campus freshman maid Anna Claire Tate and her escort Peyton Blair. Tupelo campus freshman maid Cantasia Finney of Shannon. Cantasia is majoring in nursing at Itawamba Community College. Her aspirations are to transfer to the University of Southern Mississippi and become a pediatrician. to help manage the care of pediatric patients. Cantasia is a 2018 graduate of Shannon High School. She is the daughter of Connie and Corey Finney Sr. Cantasia is escorted by her brother, Cortavius Finney, also the son of Connie and Corey Finney Sr. Cortavius is a nursing major. Tupelo campus freshman maid Cantasia Finney and her escort, Cortavius Finney. Tupelo campus freshman maid Maddie Grace Pettigo of Guntown. A 2018 graduate of Baldwin High School, Maddie Grace is majoring in English education at ICC. She plans to attend the University of Mississippi to work toward her career aspiration of becoming a school counselor. Maddie Grace is a member of the ICC Indian delegation. She is the daughter of Dave and Donna Wilson. She is escorted by Stone Martin of Guntown. Stone is majoring in nursing at ICC, where he is a member of Phi Theta Kappa. He is the son of Jason and Misty McCaffrey. Tupelo campus freshman maid Maddie Grace Pettigo and her escort Stone Martin. Fulton campus sophomore maid Laura Michael Buskert of Amory. Laura is majoring in elementary education at ICC, where she is secretary of the Fulton Campus Student Government Association and a member of the Indian delegation, Future Educators of America, the Baptist Student Union, and Phi Theta Kappa. She is also a student worker in the recruiting office and an orientation leader. Following graduation, Laura plans to transfer to Blue Mountain College and ultimately earn a master's degree in higher education. Laura is a 2017 graduate of Amory High School. She is the daughter of Danny and Kim Buskirk. Laura is escorted by John Riley Wilbanks of Bruce, the son of Kenny and Susan Wilbanks. John Riley is majoring in business at ICC, where he is Student Government Association Treasurer and a member of Phi Theta Kappa, the Baptist Student Union, and Wesley Foundation. Fulton campus sophomore maid Laura Buskirk and her escort John Riley Wilbanks. Fulton campus sophomore maid Carly Childers of Fulton. Carly is a 2017 graduate of Itawamba Agricultural High School. She is majoring in biology at ICC. She plans to earn a master's degree in higher education and ultimately work at a community college. Carly's activities at ICC include Future Educators of America, Phi Theta Kappa, and she is a fitness center student worker. Carly is the daughter of Barry and Sarah Childers. Her escort is Caleb Whittle of Dorsey. Caleb is majoring in biology at ICC, and he is also a member of the Indians baseball team. Caleb is the son of Sean and Joy Whittle. Fulton campus sophomore maid Carly Childers and her escort Caleb Whittle. Tupelo campus sophomore maid Andrea Savannah Robinson of Aberdeen. Andrea is a 2016 graduate of Aberdeen High School. She is majoring in nursing at ICC, and upon graduation, Andrea plans to enroll in the nursing program at the Mississippi University for Women. She is the daughter of Felicia Lenore and Andre Robinson. Andrea's escort is Jordan Middleton of Aberdeen. Jordan is majoring in business at ICC, and he is the son of Sholise Middleton and Larry Middleton. Tupelo campus sophomore maid Andrea Robinson and her escort Jordan Middleton. Tupelo campus sophomore maid Jocelyn McGoy of Tupelo. Jocelyn is majoring in journalism at ICC, where she is a member of the Indian delegation. After 2 years at ICC, she plans to become a media consultant. The daughter of James and Sherry McGoy, she is a 2017 graduate of Tupelo High School. Her escort is Jaron Gavan of Plantersville. Jaron is majoring in business law at ICC, where he is a member of Phi Theta Kappa. He is the son of John and Karen Gavan. Tupelo campus sophomore maid Jocelyn McGoy and her escort Jaron Gavan. The 2018 homecoming queen, Kiki Kimball of Smithville. Kiki is majoring in elementary education at ICC, where she is a Diamond Girl, resident assistant, and member of Future Educators of America. Upon graduation from ICC in 2019, she plans to transfer to Mississippi State University to pursue a degree in teaching. Kiki is a 2017 graduate of Smithville High School. She is the daughter of Christopher and Janice Kimball. Kiki is escorted by Hastings McMillan of Amory. Hastings is the son of Armanda and Sharonda McMillan, and he is majoring in computer science at ICC. Your 2018 homecoming queen, Kiki Kimball, and her escort, Hastings McMillan. ICC's president, Dr. Jay Allen, will present Kiki's crown. He is assisted by Fulton Campus Student Government Association Vice President Jesse Collins and Tupelo Campus Student Government Association President Devin Bennett. Congratulations to the 2018 homecoming court at Itawamba Community College.
$2.99 for a car hop classic. What a steal.
Steal. That's a heist. Put this on.
Oh, disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this.
It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone, made from Oreo wafers, layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza, then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6. Pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to halftime as we're awaiting the ICC All-American Band performance. The Indians lead it 34-0 here at the break. A very impressive first half. Remind you of some of the Sonic scoring in the first half. It was 9:51 in the first quarter when ICC was able to get a 18-yard field goal by Caleb Comer. And then with 13:49 left in the second quarter, the floodgates opened. A 5-yard touchdown run by Hiram Wallington made it 10-0 after a Caleb Comer kick. A 20-yard field goal by Caleb Comer, followed by a 49-yard touchdown pass from Clark Mills to Augusta Cox. And with 1:21 left, ICC went up 27-0 on a 16-yard touchdown pass from Mills to Jamel Thomas. ICC was hoping to maybe get the ball back and have one more shot. They did after a fumble, and it was a 23-yard touchdown pass from Mills to Austin Watkins with 44 seconds left in the first half, and ICC led it 34-0. ICC All-American Band getting set up here for their halftime performance. We're going to step away, hear another word from Little Caesars, and maybe one more, depends on how quickly they get set up here. And we'll have the ICC All-American Band performance coming your way next here, part of Little Caesars halftime show. ICC leading Southwest at homecoming 34-0.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza, then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6. Pizza.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here, and it's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
Punt, featuring music by some of the most popular artists of our time. We open our show this evening with Lady Gaga's 2013 hit song, Applause. And now the ICC All-American Marching Band. Justin Timberlake, featuring our sabers, that percussion, and the low brass. We now feature our woodwind section, color guard, and our Indian dancers with Ed Sheeran's 2014 hit, Sing. One more time with Britney Spears 2004 hit, Hot. Now we close this year's production with an arrangement of Bruno Mars' 2016 hit funk tune, Her. Time to let loose and have some fun. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2018 ICC All-American Marching Band.
Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top, Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza. Then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6. Pizza.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech...
$2.99 for a Car Hop Classic. What a steal.
Steal? That's a heist. Put this on.
Oh, it's a disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this.
It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone, made from Oreo wafers, layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
And welcome back to action. We get set for the third quarter of play. 34-0 ICC with the lead. They'll be kicking things off here in the second half after winning the toss and accepting to take the ball to start the contest. Caleb Comer, he's been a busy young man tonight, Mr. Jim, as he has kicked off quite a good bit.
Caleb might be a little tired. He's this is his sixth kickoff, if I'm not mistaken, Adam.
I believe you're right on that one for sure. So we'll be awaiting this First American National Bank kickoff off the foot of Caleb Comer. Want to say congratulations to Miss Kiki Kimball, who was named the 2018 ICC Homecoming Queen this year, as the First American National Bank kick is going to be taken at about the 15-yard line, and the Indians are going to knock him down at about the 25. Apparently we're going to have a flyover during halftime as a helicopter buzzing by. But that tackle made by number 27, that is going to be Kenneth Martin. We're to be first down and 10. Let's see if they're going to spot him forward progress out to the 26. Yes, they are, and that's where the ball will be.
Adam, we just started the third quarter. ICC 34, Southwest 0. 14:54 left in the third quarter.
So the Bears with it, first down and 10. Gibb is going to be the first man through. He's going to pick up some positive yardage, gain of about 3 on the play. And so the Bears going to elect to stay on the ground. Jim, that's where the Bears have been effective. There is a player down on the field. It looks like an offensive lineman, a little slow to get up that time. Number 65, Luke Hawkins, as he is going to be able to get up on his own power in that situation there. So good to see that young man be able to kind of limp off the field right now. But, Jim, second down and 7 to go here for the Bears. If the Bears to be successful tonight, or at least in the second half, they got to be able to move the ball on the air attack.
You mentioned Adam, second down, second and 7. You play hard. I mean, we've got a big lead. It's very important we continue to play hard tonight. Probably get to play some other players, mix in some veterans with some newcomers. But you want to play hard, play clean, don't get anybody injured. Come away with a big victory tonight.
We'll try to bring you up some Renaissance Bank scoreboard updates throughout the second half of some of the other football games going on throughout the league tonight. Second down and 7, and after all that, now Southwest wants to take a timeout. So we just came out of that halftime timeout. Let's take a look at some of the scores. East Central leading at Hines 7-0. That's at halftime. East Mississippi up 26-0 over Coahoma. That's also at halftime. And in the third quarter, Northwest leading Northeast 21-0. And of course, your score here 34-0 right now, ICC, as we're getting started in the second half of play. And so kind of just a little confusion on the part of Southwest after a player was shaken up on the play, and then having to burn that timeout after that. Not really what you want to do there if you're the Bears. See if we can find some scores of high school going on. I'm going to scroll through Twitter. I thought we might have a Daily Journal updating us there. Of course, you can check out more information. I had a great story today on the ICC women's soccer team in the Daily Journal today. Back to pass, trying to go for the screen pass, and the pressure once again from the Indians causes that one to fall incomplete. And so now bring up a 3rd down and 7 situation. So 14:37 to go here in the third quarter. It'll be a 3rd down and 7 situation. And the Indians defense still doing work, Jim.
Doing a good job, Adam. As you mentioned, they did not score any points on us in the first half. Defense playing hard tonight. That's one of the reasons with our offense explosion. Third quarter, ICC 34, Southwest 0.
Of course, if you're looking for the Saltillo and Lewisburg game, that'll replay Saturday at 10 o'clock right here on ESPN 95.1 The Fan. Dropping back to pass. The pass is complete out to the flats. Breaks off a tackle, then spins up the field and picks up the 1st down. Nice move that time by number 20 for Southwest. That was Henson, a player that was shaken up earlier in the game. Good to see him back in and contributing for the Bears.
Adam, give them credit. I mean, they're down 34-0 and still fighting. Got that 1st down. Give Southwest coaching staff and the players credit for hustling tonight.
So 1st down and 10. The ball is just shy of the 40. Let's call it the 39-yard line. East Union over Baldwin, 28-14. That's at halftime. Flag is down and whistles are blowing, and it was a meeting of the minds, and now there's a big huddle amongst the players. And good job by the referee coming in there, getting amongst everybody and blowing that whistle extremely loud. And I don't know, Jim, you ever been around a whistle when it blows and it blows that loud?
You want to get away.
Yeah, it hurts your ears. So all sides on the Indians. Contact caused the play to go dead. And just trying to scroll through to see if we can find some other high school scores.
Adam, I had a pro score at halftime. Denver 21, Arizona 3.
Okay.
Pro football tonight.
Pro football action going on. I'll check my Yahoo Sports app to see if there's any other games going on. So quarterback had it, lost it. Or excuse me, looked like it might have been a trick play coming up there. The Indians get it. Yes, they did. Fumble recovered by the Indians. Tay Carruthers out of a bad pitch that time, and Carruthers gets the fumble, and ICC's in business.
Tay Carruthers has been solid all year, Adam. I hadn't looked at the stats lately, but he was our leading tackler at linebacker. Been consistent all year. Happy to see Tay get this fumble here. Let's take advantage of this great field position.
Bottom of the third, Boston leading Houston 1-0. Little MLB action going on there for you. Halftime. Hey, I'll call this score out because I hate the Bulls. Philadelphia leading Chicago 65-58. My Pistons, they won last night, so the Pistons going to go 82-0 this year.
They're undefeated.
Undefeated.
Leading their division.
That'll change tomorrow.
1-0.
That'll probably change tomorrow. 1st down and 10 here for the Indians. Handoff is going to be to the running back in the backfield, and there's going to be a strong surge across the 35 down to about the 34-yard line. Then that just turned into a rugby scrum after that. And the officials blew it dead as that was number 22, Tyron Reed, on the carry. A nice pickup of about 4 from Reed.
You know, Spencer Unruh was in there, and now we're bringing in the, what type of package you call this?
This is the Wild Apache.
Wild Apache.
Yeah, Quay Tucker.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Quay Tucker and
coming
quarterback
in.
number 6.
Good call on that as well, as it appears Unruh is getting the start at quarterback in the second half. And Tucker is going to take the run and get the ball out near the 30-yard line. They're actually going to mark him a little shy of that out to the 31. So 3rd down and let's call it 4 situation here for the Indians. So as we talked about, Jim, once the team in the MAC gets up by 38, the clock continues to run in the second half. ICC can score here and invoke that mercy rule. Flag is down. Tucker spins and is going to have enough for the 1st down, but I think this is going to be on the Indians with a false start here.
Coming back, Adam.
And so the referee is waiting the signal here, and illegal shift is going to be the call here on the offense. Wow, the referee sounded extremely bored on that play call. And now we have another player down on the field here for the Bears. We're going to take the injury timeout with them here from the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Back with more right after this. ICC leading 34-0.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
And welcome back out of the timeout as we reset with 12:46 to go here in the third quarter. ICC leading 34-0. It's now third down, and let's call it 7. Unruh, your quarterback. Keegan Huddleston in the backfield with him. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Possession down here for the Indians. Zips it across, and it is tipped and off the hands of the defensive back, number 5 for Southwest, Trey Nobles, as it was intended for Augusta Cox on that little drag route we saw earlier. Good job, though, by Southwest to adjust and expect that pass there. So it will send on ICC to punt here. This punt being brought to you by Little Caesars. They're located at 1405 South Adams Street. Boy, I could use one of those hot and ready pizzas right about now. So fourth down, let's call it 7 here for the Indians. Snap back's a good one. And the left-footed kicker is going to angle it down towards the side a little bit. It's going to hit and take a sideways roll, then back up like Mr. Jim Sandwich out to about the 16-yard line. So pretty good punt there. Would have liked to pin him back a little bit deeper, but does force Southwest to have to go a long way to find the end zone.
Adam, let's give Hayden Franklin some credit this year. Yes, he's only averaging about 33 yards a punt, but it's net 33 yards. He usually kicks it high. He's consistent, and they're not going to return it. So you know what you're getting from Hayden. He's had a good year punting the ball for the Indians.
Arkansas State leading over Georgia State 34-7. That's at halftime. And then Stanford and Arizona State 0-0 in the first quarter. Those are some Renaissance Bank scoreboard updates. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, renaissancebank.com. Give to the fullback, little to no gain, actually no gain on the play. And it's going to bring up second down and 10 here for the Bears.
No gain on the play.
Adam, 34-0. Indians up big. Early minutes of the third quarter. 12 minutes left in the third quarter. ICC 34, Southwest 0.
Remind you, we'll be back in action next Thursday here in Fulton. As Southwest drops back to pass, has a man wide open in the flats. Going to try to make a man miss. Does so. And rumbles forward and moves the chains for the first down. Good play call. And Jim, we said for Southwest to be successful here in the second half, they're going to have to get the air attack going, and a good gain there to move the chains.
Good job by Nick Smith. The Indians make the tackle, or he had another 10 or 15 yards open field. Good job by Nick making the tackle. But you mentioned Southwest first down at their own 28-yard line.
It's 10-0 DeSoto Central over Tupelo with 10:48 to go in the third quarter. First down and 10. Pressure coming again for ICC. They get to him in the backfield, and that's got to be intentional grounding as well.
Grounding.
He never got across the line of scrimmage. But they're going to say somebody was in the area. Basically, you just got to be on the field tonight.
I don't think they want to call intentional grounding tonight.
Yeah,
I think that's the situation.
They really don't, because the ball was not – the line of scrimmage is at, what is that, the 27, 28-yard line?
And he's about 18.
Yeah. Anyway, clock stops with 11:24 to go. 34-0 ICC with the lead here over Southwest. Movement all over the place. And that young man from Southwest kind of looking like the Ole Miss player there, the way he flopped after getting the contact, but he drew the flag. We'll see if this is going to be contact on the Indians or if it's going to be motion. Yes, it's going to be on ICC. Jim, this is a ugly start to the second half.
Adam, with the game, let's be honest, basically over 34-0 here in the third quarter. Both teams are not clean in this second half, and there's not much emotion going on.
Yeah, a lot of people have left after halftime. A lot of people were out at some of the high school games going on as well. So, yeah, very, very quiet stadium as well. Quarterback's going to keep again this time. Breaks off a tackle. Sprints forward and moves the chains again for another first down. Jim, probably one of the better drives tonight we've seen out of the Bears.
No doubt about it. And it's hard as a defensive staff to get your players back up and playing hard, Adam, when you got a commanding lead. But you need to play good fundamental football. You need to get ready for next week when you play a very good Northwest team. Let's play good football here and stop this drive.
So the ball is going to be spotted at the 40-yard line, where it'll be first down and 10 here for the Bears. 10:45 to go. Give is going to be the long running back in the backfield. And there's a stop. Nice play coming in by the Indians to get a minimum gain. Let's give them credit for one on the play, as Keys on the carry for the Bears brings up second down and 9.
I think it's Gia Langford made the tackle, the freshman from Montgomery. Good job by the defensive lineman. Clock running, 10:20 left in the third period. ICC 34, Southwest 0.
So read second down and 9 situation here. Still trying to find you some more scores throughout the area. We talked about it. Halftime, it was 14-0 Northwest over Northeast, but then Northwest added another touchdown. They're up 21-0. Pressure coming. Pass out in the flats is complete. 1-on-1 there. Oh, big block. And now he's off to the races. Let's take a look at that on the Little Caesars instant replay. What a crackback block that time by the young man from Southwest.
Pass complete to number 22, Julius Brown.
First down, Southwest at ICC's 39-yard line.
Well, Southwest has adjusted those pass routes, almost more of a drag route, if you will, and that's given the quarterback enough time to just kind of float one out there instead of having to run for his life. 40-0 Boonville over Manatee. That's at halftime. And now the quarterback's going to run a reverse. And the Indians are there. The ball's free. And do the Indians get it back again? I think they do. Yes, they do. Southwest trying to get a little fancy there as it was fumbled, and I believe it was recovered by the man that also created it, number 34, LaKendrick Jones. He caused the fumble and then recovered it as well, so it's going to be a first down for the Indians. This first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, give Joey a call at 862-9340. That's 862-9340, or stop by and see him at 710 South Adams Street right here in Fulton. So another turnover for the Bears. First down and 10 here for ICC. Unruh is your quarterback. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. This time the give is going to be, I believe, to Reed out of the backfield, and he's going to go for a gain of 5. Good surge that time by that offensive line of the Indians. May not see much of Waddington or Dinkins in the second half.
Or Clark Mills.
Yep, or Clark Mills. So you mentioned getting some of these guys some playing time, that some younger guys that we can see playing some key roles next season, as well as some of these sophomores that have worked extremely hard this year to come in there and get some time as well. Second down and 5. Inside 9 minutes to go now here in the third quarter. This is going to be a give to Keegan Huddleston. Huddleston is going to be hit at the line of scrimmage, and no gain on the play that time. Good job that time up the middle. That was big number 90 coming in. That was Johnson coming in and making the play. No gain on the play that time. So to stay third down and 5.
Clock running at them. 8:30 left in the third quarter. ICC 34, Southwest 0.
So the Indians being very vanilla on offense right now. Southwest having to adjust some people all over the field, and luckily the Indians looked to the sideline. If not, that would have been movement on the Indians' offensive line, so ICC caught a lucky break there. Man in motion, Unruh looking to throw, has a drag route over the middle. Jim, you got to have some touch on those passes. You can't throw those 90 miles per hour.
You know, Spencer's had 2 men, and he's throwing a little bit fast. I think he's pumped up, throwing the ball a little bit too hard. No way for the receiver to catch at.
Was intended for Jalen Gale, so the pass falls incomplete, so it'll be a 4th down and 5 situation. And it will send Hayden Franklin back out to punt this one away. This punt being brought to you by Little Caesars. I got to call my bad, folks. I mentioned twice that once the score gets to 38, the clock continues to roll. Well, yeah, I jinxed us. This punt, high punt into the night here in Fulton. It's going to be caught and then fumbled. Still loose on the field, and then Southwest came away with it. And so a break there for Southwest. That would have been huge there if they couldn't have fallen back on top of that one. But a good job that time by McCray. Gerkeithus McCray coming in and being Johnny on the spot to save the possession there for the Bears.
1st and 10, Southwest. Placing the ball, I believe, at the 11-yard line. 8 minutes left in the third period. ICC 34, Southwest 0.
So the Indians defense back on the field here. The Bears had one of their better drives, ended out on a fumble on that previous possession. And this time they're going to pitch it out wide. Got a man pulling. And the running back is going to stumble forward that time. And a late push again. Come on, you got to be smarter than that. as Tay Carruthers pops up and shoves the guy right there in front of the referee. The referee threw the beanbag, meaning to throw his flag, and so that's going to be on Tay Carruthers. And, Jim, you just got to play within yourself right now if you're the Indians. So that's going to be another 15 yards marked off there, and Carruthers may not see the field the rest of the night. So that will result in a first down for Southwest after the just unsportsmanlike conduct called on Carruthers. And so the Bears will move the ball via the penalty up the field out to about the 29-yard line, where to be first down and 10. So the Bears with it. ICC leading 34-0, 7:35 and counting to go here in the third quarter. Adam Gore, Jim Ingram bringing this action here on ESPN 95.1 The Fan. Setting up the screen pass. It was there, but ICC sniffed it out nicely. Good job that time by the Indians defense.
Adam, that's an outstanding job by the defense. Latarius Moore from
Calhoun City
read the screen, made the tackle in the middle of the field, gain of 1 yard.
Yeah, looking like it's daddy out there flying around the football right now. Second down and 9. The ball at the 30-yard line, so a gain of 1 on that screen play. Good job by the Indians defense to recognize that and quickly shut down that screen pass. Second down and 9 now for the Bears. Inside 7 minutes to play. Dropping back to pass. Plenty of time to throw out to the flats. That pass has been there all night, and it does pick up another first down for the Bears. Jim, good job by the Bears adjusting their routes to give the quarterback just enough time to get to the football out to the flats. And pretty much every pass has been to the right side to the dragging running back out of the backfield. And it picks up another first down.
Adam, they've made some good adjustments. You mentioned first half they're trying to throw the ball downfield. Now they know we're blitzing. They're throwing these little 4- and 5-yard passes to the running backs out of the backfield, completing them.
Now the quarterback looking to throw one more time, and it's over the middle. Oh, no, it's not intercepted. Well, that one was gift wrapped that time, and I think it was right on top of Cortez Davis. He may have been expecting it to get tipped that time. Davis had it, dropped it, and the Bears dodge a major bullet there.
You know, Cortez is probably going to hear about that.
Yeah.
Later this week. A few of his players might mention to him he dropped a sure interception and maybe could have run it all the way back.
Yeah, there was a lot of room to run there for Davis, so a break there for the Bears. So the Bears going to change the play at the line of scrimmage after trying to see if they can get ICC to jump with the man in motion. Give is going to be to the first man through. He's going to bully his way forward for a gain of 2 on the play. It'll bring up a third down and long situation now for the Bears.
Clock running, Adam. 6:10 left in the third period. ICC 34, Southwest 0.
Once again, scrolling through to try to find you some scores throughout the area. At one point, it was 14-3. Saltillo leading Lewisburg. Of course, that game will be available here on ESPN 95.1 The Fan Saturday at 10 o'clock. Quarterback rolling back to pass. Throws over the middle, and it's going to be caught. Slips off a tackle, and is going to get the ball across the 45. Great job once again, Jim. The quarterback hanging on to it about as long as he could and hit his receiver. And a big-time pickup there and moves the chain.
One of the best drives tonight for Southwest. First and 10 Bears. Ball's at ICC's 43-yard line. Clock running, 5.5 minutes left in the third period. ICC 34, Southwest 0.
As we said, this is right about where Southwest got last time when they fumbled the ball away on that reverse attempt on the run last time. And this time the quarterback's going to keep it, try to cut up the middle, and he is going to be stacked up, but a nice gain there. They were actually going to give him a pretty favorable spot across the 40 down to about the 39-yard line. So that should be a gain of 4 or 5 on the play there for the Bears.
Good drive by Southwest. As you mentioned, Adam, gain of 4, 5 minutes, clock running, third period. ICC 34, Southwest 0.
End of the third quarter, East Union leading Baldwin. That's in high school football action. Of course, a lot of those games getting moved tonight due to concerns of weather. Looks like North Pontotoc, whoever they're playing, they're up 42-0. That's also in the third quarter. Pitch out now to the running back. Going to try to get upfield, show some great speed. The ball came free. Was he down before or not? And the Indians saying they have it. And the ball, who's going to have it? It comes up. The Indians have it, but they're going to say he was down before he fumbled, possibly?
Or did the ball go out of bounds?
The referee's talking this over right now. And they're going to say first down. We got another player down here for Southwest after the play. The ball came free, so apparently they're going to say he was down. So an injury timeout, we're going to keep it here, as that's number 50, Ronnie Bates, that was shaken up on the play. Calmorris Robinson on the tackle for the Indians. Either that or, as you said, Jim, maybe the ball went out of bounds. Didn't really see anything. ICC was pointing as if they had it. And the Bears dodge another bullet there, but they do pick up the first down. A lot of people coming in and out here for the Bears now. 20 seconds on the play clock. Plenty of time here. The Bears trying to drive down and see if they can find the end zone for the first time tonight. The ICC leading 34-0 with 4:15 to go here in the third quarter. Pressure coming. Gets to the outside to avoid it. And then he's going to be hit and dropped. Good job that time by number 44, Keyshawn Parker, coming in and making the stop in the backfield.
And Keyshawn Parker is from?
He's another Calhoun City product. Calhoun County boys getting it done tonight here for ICC. And so now it's going to bring up a second down and 17 situation. Jim, I think Southwest just getting a little greedy there, trying to go deep whenever these short pass routes have been working pretty well for them.
Adam, you mentioned second down, second 17, clock running, 3:40 left in the third period.
Dropping back to pass. This time the pass is complete out to the flats. Spin move, lowers his head and gets the ball out to the 15. And so got all that loss on the play, and now it's going to set it up to a third down and about 2 situation. Jim, once again, that short dump route has been there tonight for the Bears.
It has, Adam. Good run, good catch and run, all the way down to our 24-yard line.
Short of the first down marker, third down and 2.
Let's call it third down, 3rd and 2. Clock running, 3:05 left in the third period. Southwest on their best drive of the night. The score, ICC 34, Southwest 0.
Tupelo just scores to make it 10-7 at DeSoto Central. That's 5:18 to go in the third quarter. And the quarterback looks like he miscued on the handoff that time, and there's a whole tribe of Indians in the backfield making the play.
I believe he lost 3 yards there, Adam. Second down, 2nd and 13 for the Bears.
McGee keeps the ball himself.
Well, it was Parker back there first to blow the play up, and then the rest of his teammates were able to get back there and make the play. Fourth down and 4, easily 4-down territory here for the Bears.
That's right, it's fourth down. I apologize. It was 3rd and 2. They've lost another 2 yards. 4th and 4.
So the Bears trying to convert here on 4th down, trying to see if they can get the Indians to jump off sides. ICC does not. So 4th and 4. Handoff is up the middle, and the Indians read that, ate it up, and stacked him up, and that will be a turnover on downs here for the Bears. Great job by that ICC defense. They bend but not break that time and get the turnover on down.
Good job by the defense. Let's see if our offense can get rolling here, Adam.
ICC.
And so ICC will take over with this first down, being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. Give him a call at 862-9340. That's 862-9340 for all your insurance need. Of course, he's a ICC Athletic Hall of Famer as well.
No doubt about it. And we saw Joey today. He was there at the presentation. Glad to see him. And Patty, always welcome on campus.
Handoff. I said we wouldn't see Deshaun Dinkins anymore tonight, but there he is getting the carry. He's going to be ran out of bounds. Good job of checking up by number 5 and not getting the extra hit.
Adam, I'm sorry, also put Clark Mills back in the game.
So Coach Cannon not happy with the way the offense was working, and then that time it's going to be a loss of a yard on the play. So it'll be a 2nd down and 11 situation now for the Indians. So it looks like they've got that original offensive attack in here for the Indians. 2 running backs, both on each side of Clark Mills, is Wadlington and Dinkins. Free play here for the Indians. Thomas going to try to get downfield, and that pass is going to be uncatchable. Good defense, though, that time on the part of number 26. He did kind of push him and hook him out of bounds, but didn't get the call. So if you don't get the call, good defense.
Plus, it's a free 5 yards. Clark Mills is smart, receiver smart. When there's offsides, it's a free play. You just throw the ball.
Yep. And so they will march the ball up a little bit to bring up a 2nd down and 6 situation now.
5-yard penalty moves the ball to the 31-yard line.
So the ball now will go out to the 31-yard line. East Mississippi leading Coahoma 33-0. That's with 9:46 to go in the third quarter. ICC up here 34-0. 1:43 to go in the third quarter. Hiram Wadlington trying to get out to the outside. Good open field tackle that time. as Dinkins come up and laid a block, just 1 versus 2 that time, and Wadlington goes for a minimum gain. So it'll be a 3rd down, and let's call it 4 situation here for the Indians. So possession down here for ICC. Want to see if they can pick up this 1st down and keep the chains moving. The offense has been very lethargic here in the second half. Clark Mills is coming in for the first drive here in the second half, replacing Spencer Unruh. Mills awaiting the snap, gets it now, turns to throw out to Jamel Thomas, and that's going to be good for another 1st down. As Thomas hauls that one in, gets it out to the 42-yard line, moves the chains, and ICC with a fresh set of downs.
Good catch, good pass, good job by Jamel Thomas. Clock running, under a minute, 3rd period, 34-0, Indians up.
Boy, if the Indians can snap the football, they'll catch the Bears. Nope, they didn't get the snap off in time. I was going to say they catch the Bears in a exchange here with some substitutions. Could have had about 30 people on the field. But instead, a handoff to Dinkins goes for another solid pickup on 1st down as he crosses over to the 47-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5 now here for ICC. The Indians lead it 34-0. ICC will have to snap the ball before the end of the quarter here. There's about 4 seconds difference in the game clock and the play clock. Play clock down to 17 seconds now. Mills looking to the sideline to get the play call. Now we'll go back to the line with 8 seconds. Now make it 5, and gets the snap with 2. Mills now is going to tuck and run. Has the 1st down and is going to be drugged down at about the 44-yard line. And the Indians will have another 1st down as we head into the 4th quarter of play. 4th quarter, ICC leads it 34-0. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com and ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
In anticipation of the big game, Little Caesars invites you to pick up large, hot and ready pizzas for just $5 each. Score big by adding a crazy combo, Italian cheese bread, or hot and ready Caesar wings. This football season, make Little Caesars your big game party headquarters. Pizza.
Welcome back as we start the 4th quarter of play. ICC leading 34-0. Starting the 4th quarter, North Pontotoc leading Alcorn Central 42-0. 1st down and 10 is the situation here for the Indians. The ball is going to be at the 44-yard line. ICC with it, trying to find the end zone and see if they can get that running clock going here. Play action. Mills zips it downfield. He is hit, and wow, Jamel Thomas was shoved on the route, and the official keeps the flag in the pocket that time. Guess he's going to say it was uncatchable, as ICC took a big shot there and just could not get the completion. So to bring up a 2nd down and 10 here to start in the early stages of the 4th quarter. So the Indians want to try to finish this one out tonight. And Jim, for ICC, we've been saying all week, you don't want to look ahead. Well, you and I could start looking ahead. ICC will host Northwest next Thursday night here in Fulton. Depending on what Delta does with Holmes this week, could be for that final spot in the playoffs. Oh, and there was a hit well after the play that time, but a clean hit on Roderick McLeod, as that was a slant route, just a suicide route, if you will, that time, as it was over the middle and just got tattooed after he dropped the pass.
Adam, it was 3 guys there for the Bears. Give them credit. They're still playing hard defensively.
So the Bears not going quietly into the night here in Fulton. So 3rd down and 10. Another Renaissance Bank scoreboard update. East Union over Baldwin 42-14. East Union, as Braden Bishop likes to say on our Friday night show, urging it up. Mills zips it over the middle, and that pass tipped up. Very dangerous pass that time, as it's intended for Austin Watkins. And Jim, this Indians offense, minus a couple of scrambles, just have not been able to get it going here in the second half.
No, we lost our momentum. And like you said, we're lethargic. Really looking lethargic a little bit offensively here. Unfortunately, you tell the players play hard every play. They know the score of the ball game, okay? They know it's 34-0, but we need to play better here. Need to play cleaner and finish strong.
It's Little Caesars punt. High into the night here off the foot of Hayden Franklin. It's going to hit and roll and down. Good job that time by Trey Towns, the big man. Rumbling downfield, falling on top of the football at the 1 yard line. Good hustle there by Trey.
You know, Trey Towns is playing very well tonight, Adam, both offensively, defensively, now special teams. Think about him, maybe player of the game later on.
Absolutely, as Trey hustles down and downs that one to the 1. So now the Bears have to go nearly the length of 99 yards to find pay dirt here. So a good job there, not only by Trey Towns, but Hayden Franklin getting the punt downfield to where he could be able to get to it and down it inside the 5. So first down and 10 here for the Bears. Going to drop back, and just that quick pass route is there once again, and the Indians able to get to it after a minimum gain of about 5 on the play. But once again, I tell you what, the Bears have done a good job of just hitting that quick dump route, if you will, out to number 20. That was Henson. Picks up 6, a friendly spot that time out to the 7.
Like you said, Adam, they're connecting on these short passes, and they're not afraid. They're on their own 1 yard line, throws a pass. Got a completion, got 6 positive yards, 2nd and 4 for the Bears.
So coming up on 14 minutes of play here in the fourth quarter, ICC leading 34-0. Bears with the football. Here, homecoming night in Fulton. Pitch out, and this is going to be to Henson once again. The Indians are there, though. Nicely done in the backfield. That was number 23 for the Indians coming up to make the play. That was Nick Smith. We called his name a lot over against Delta, and a great tackle for a loss, that time by ICC.
Good job by Nick Smith, the freshman from Cleveland, Mississippi. Made a big play there. Adam, they lost 3 yards, and it's now 3rd down, 3rd and 8 for the Bears. Clock running, 13.5 minutes left in the ball game. Your score, ICC 34, Southwest 0.
Of course, you want to keep an eye on Henson as he is lined up in that wing tee to the right of the quarterback. Going to try to just a little jump ball. Wow, he is wide open. ICC bit all over that one. This is just going to be a foot race here by the receiver. And I tell you what, Jim, I don't know what that play was, but whatever it was, the Bears need to go back to it as ICC was totally fooled. They rolled the dice, and a big-time gain, easily the biggest gain of the night for the Bears, and probably the best field position all night for the Bears as well.
Adam, that's what you call a blown coverage by the defensive backfield. Wide open. Give Southwest credit. 1st and 10, they got the ball at ICC's 30-yard line.
Yeah, the defense there just fell asleep, and the Bears took advantage, cashing in on a big play. The ball moved down to the 30. 12:45 to play here in the fourth quarter. ICC leading this one 34-0. You know, Coach Sean Cannon, being a defensive guy, wants to keep the shutout going in this one. Quarterback looking to throw, plenty of time, loads up, drag route across the middle is there. He's going to be hit and dropped just shy of the 20, about a 7-yard gain there. Make it 8. The referee keeps moving up. And, yeah, gain of 8 for the Bears.
2nd down, 2nd and 2 for the Bears. Ball's on the 22-yard line of the Indians. Clock running, 12:15 left in the ball game. ICC 34, Southwest 0. Southwest moving.
They are looking very impressive here thanks to that big strike on that previous play. So now they bring up a 2nd down and 2 situation here for the Bears, trying to keep this drive alive. Wing T formation. Quarterback's going to keep it. Try to get to the corner, does so, slips off a tackle. Now is going to try to get to the outside. Ale moved the chains. Good job that time by McGee, just weaving his way through traffic and gets the ball inside the 15, down to about the 13-yard line maybe.
I believe you're right, Adam. 1st and 10 Bears. Ball's at the ICC's 13-yard line. 11:35 left in the ball game. They started this drive at their own 1-yard line.
So this could be a very impressive drive here for the night for sure for the Bears if they can find pay dirt. Can the Indians defense, though, hold? Looking for the pass route. The ball was tipped as it was let go, and it was short. That was number 24, Ataris Moore, coming in and getting a fingertip on that pass.
Ataris Moore from Calhoun City.
Absolutely. A young man that has played well. Of course, grew up. Of course, I went to a different school, but grew up, and his daddy was a Big-time player back in Calhoun City, and a Taurus making his dad proud tonight, being very active in that linebacker position for the Indians. Second down, and 10 now for the Bears. Still in that wing T set. Receivers on both sides of the football. Man in motion. Once again, trying to draw the Indians off sides. ICC doesn't bite, and the Bears have to take a timeout as the play clock ran down to 2 seconds. Timeout on the field. We're going to take it with them. ICC leads it 34-0, 11:21 to play here. Let's take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors. You're listening to ICC Football on ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back out of the timeout. 11:21 to play here. 34-0 is your score. ICC leading Southwest here on homecoming. Pitch out. This is Henson's got speed to burn, but what a play in the backfield.
Adam, great play by defensive backfield. Is that
23, Nick Smith.
Nick Smith playing great linebacker tonight. You mentioned had a good game last weekend. Playing well tonight.
Yeah, did a great job of shedding the block that time and was able to fight it off and get in the backfield and knock them back for a loss. So it's going to be a 3rd down and 13 situation now for the Bears. Easily 4-down territory, trailing 34-0. Quarterback wants to throw, has a man out in the flat, is caught. This is Henson. Henson going to just try to get any type of yardage he can as he saw nothing but a wave of red shirts. So it's a gain of 2, so it should bring up a 4th down and 11 situation. Looks like the Bears may be sitting in the kicking team here.
Going to try a field goal. They want to come away with some type of points, a positive move here.
A little bit of jawing going on between Henson and a couple of Indians that time as the referee's doing a good job of getting between them.
Adam, this will be a 32-yard attempt.
So a 32-yard field goal attempt coming up here for the Bears. This is number 36, Brazo Webb, a freshman kicker out of Seminary, Mississippi. Snap back's a good one. The kick is up and it's blocked by the Indians. Scooped up and is going to be tackled at the 10. And a whole lot of pushing and shoving going on right now after the play. One of the Southwest players actually, it looked like a punch at first, but was a push at the head, so it wasn't necessarily a punch. But one of those right now, the referees need to get this thing back in control as ICC blocks the field goal, and they'll have the ball now, 1st down and 10.
Adam, good job our defense. Hustling there to block that field goal, wanting to come out with a shutout tonight in the ball game.
Be interesting to see what a record for most field goals blocked in a year would be, as ICC blocked, 4 in one game against Northeast? So 9:56 to play here. ICC with the football just beyond the 10-yard line. It's going to be a keeper now. This is going to be Mills, who is going to be tackled and upended that time as he's just going to try to run the ball forward. ICC going to try to keep the clock rolling here. 9:45, the Indians up 34-0.
Adam, we mentioned a great job that Davis Strother and his women did this year in soccer, making progress. We got to mention Mike Sullivan.
Yes.
What a great year Mike Sullivan and the men's soccer team has that you'll be covered later this weekend, and we're looking forward to see what they can do.
They'll be in the semifinal round of the playoffs. That'll be Saturday night at 7 at Jones College. That pass is complete, and he's out of bounds as the pass was reeled in that time by Brown. 34-0. Coming up on 9 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. ICC with the lead here. Keegan Huddleston coming back in for the Indians. Like he's going to be lined up at a tight end position. Wadlington is your running back, and he's going to get the carry. Going to try to bounce it to the outside. Nothing doing there. Great job by the linebacker playing his spot, coming up and making a good open field tackle. And, Jim, something about this short yardage, ICC just cannot get it done. And now there's a late flag coming in here. And what we were saying, the way these two teams kind of pushing and shoving after every play, referees need to get it back under control. Right now, if you're the official, if it's pushing and shoving, just call it offsetting,
right?
And maybe try to get the guy's attention.
I think they're going to call this one against Southwest because our punting team went back to the bench. Our offense is staying on the field, and Southwest is backing up.
And if that's the case, there a tough break for the Bears, and that appears to be the situation.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense, number 99.
So unsportsmanlike conduct on the Bears. And Jim, we talk about it often, especially in the JUCO ranks. It's already a powder keg. You don't need a spark to set it off, so the officials have got to do a little bit better job of kind of keeping these guys' tempers cool, calm, and collected in this final 8:40. Of course, everyone remembers the incident between Mississippi Delta and East Mississippi, well documented by Last Chance U, as Mills is going to keep it up the middle this time. Mills is hit hard, but going to get the ball out near the 45-yard line. This is going to easily be one of the best nights running the football for Clark Mills.
Clark Mills is probably inching up close 75 yards running the football tonight.
Maybe the leading rusher tonight as well. Mills looking towards the sideline. 2nd down and 1 now here for the Indians. Wadlington is your running back in the backfield with Mills. He's going to get the carry. Going to try to cut it back now. Goes across the grain, across the 50. Still powering forward near the 45-yard line. Going to be out to the 47. And that will move the chains for another first down, being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox.
Adam, 8 minutes left in the ball game. We're in the 4th quarter. ICC 34, Southwest 0.
Now, ICC just trying to keep that clock rolling right now to see if they can go ahead and get to the house with a 34-0 win. Mills goes for the hard count. Now we'll look to the sideline and get the call. Remind you, we'll have ICC football coming your way next week here on ESPN 95.1 The Fan. Thursday night, 6 o'clock will be the Davis Ford pregame show. 6:30, First American National Bank opening kickoff coming your way against Northwest. If you're looking for the Saltillo-Lewisburg game, as there's a spin move by Deshaun Dinkins, now has a lot of room to run, gets across the 40. Nice job that time by Dinkins to get across the field, but Dinkins is slow to get up after the play.
He got hit low there, Adam, running full speed, and we hope he's okay.
He is able to get up on his own power here, but to finish that thought, if you're looking for the Saltillo-Lewisburg game, that game will replay Saturday at 10 o'clock here on ESPN 95.1 The Fan. Do want to give a shout out to Seth Kent back in the studio running things for us tonight. 6:48 and counting here. ICC getting the play from the sidelines. 6 seconds on the play clock. Going to have to hurry now. 2 seconds, and they do get the snap off. Keegan Huddleston is going to get the carry. Slips off one tackle. Now going to lower his head, try to bully his way forward. Good job by Huddleston, turning what looked to be a tackle for a loss into a positive gain. Nearly fought forward to be able to get that first down, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1 situation here for the Indians.
31, Indians with the ball. Indians 34, Bears 0. Clock running. We're in the 4th quarter. 6:15 left in the ball game. Adam mentioned 31, ICC at Southwest 38-yard line.
So 3rd down and 1, as Jim mentioned. The clock rolling now inside 6 minutes of play here in the 4th quarter. ICC leading 34-0. Mills going to hand it off in the backfield. And that was Huddleston on the carry. Yes, it was. And it's going to be close. Depends on this. It's going to be a left foot, right foot mark here.
Very close to the first down.
Adam, I don't think he got it.
I don't think he did either.
It's 4th down.
It will depend on the spot.
And I'm going to say he did not get it. They're actually going to spot it back to the original line of scrimmage. The line judge on the far side of the field had his foot marked at the marker, but the line judge near side coming up said, nope, back it up a yard. So now it'll be another punting situation here. This punt being brought to you by Little Caesars in Fulton. A hot and ready pizza is waiting on you. Don't forget, the quickest pizza in Fulton just got quicker thanks to the Little Caesars app. You can download it, build your pizza, order it, and pay for it all from your phone. And it'll be sitting there waiting on you once you get to 1405 South Adams Street. And the Southwest player is going to pick up the punt as it was rolling towards the end zone. He actually picked it up at the 2, would have easily went into the end zone. Instead, returns it out to about the 8-yard line. Just a mental mistake there.
It was, Adam. And last punt, we downed it on the 1, so he didn't want that to happen again. He took a chance, picked it up. Tried to run it out, got it out to around the 8-yard line. 1st and 10 Bears on their own 8-yard line. 5:05 left in the ball game. Been all Indians tonight. ICC 34, Southwest 0. homecoming night in Fulton, Mississippi.
Yeah, ICC looking like they're going to wrap this one up in red and blue here on homecoming. Rebound after a bad loss last week at Mississippi Delta. Of course, trying to keep those playoff hopes alive next week against Northwest. That time just a double pump, and I think it was one of those if I were pump it, release, and go, and just a miscue on the pass there. Falls incomplete with 5:02 to play here.
Second down and 10 from the 8-yard line.
So it'll be second down and 10. The ball is at the 8-yard line. Bears trail this contest 34-0. It has been a long day, Jim. We started at 1:45 with the soccer match between ICC and Pearl River. Also had sophomore appreciation days for the Lady Indians and the Indian soccer teams there as well. And knocking on 9 o'clock now. Actually in that 9 o'clock hour. They're going to load this one up, go downfield, jump ball, and it's going to be caught. Then taken away by the Indians. And now ICC is going to try to return it, take it to the house here. Touchdown, Indians.
Big 6, number 17.
A late flag coming in.
Oliver.
And Jim, I don't know if you call that an interception or what, because number 8 had it. And then that's going to be a 39-yard return for Oliver on the touchdown. And a late flag came in. You got to call it an interception return.
It's an interception, but he just stole the ball.
Yeah, so he just stole the ball. So that's a 39-yard touchdown return on the interception by Oliver. It was a great catch on the part of number 8, Johnny Wilson, but an even better play by Oliver to take it away and take it to the house for the touchdown. Waiting to see what the score is here, or the flag is. So unsportsmanlike conduct on the Southwest player. He has been ejected. They didn't give a number on the young man, so I don't know if that's his second unsportsmanlike call, but the player has been ejected. The clock will continue to run here with 3:40 to play now that we're above that 38 mark, as this will be Comer on to attempt the kick. The kick is up, and the kick is good. We'll take a break. 3:30 to play here in the contest. 41-0 ICC with the lead. Back with more right after this on ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
Did you know your child's eyes can be checked as young as 6 months of age? They do not have to know their letters or even be able to talk in order to receive a comprehensive eye exam. Your eye doctor can tell you many things just by looking at them. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide proper diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your eye appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
And welcome back as we get set for another First American National Bank kickoff. The ball will actually be spotted at the 50-yard line here after the unsportsmanlike penalty and ejection on the Southwest player. Out of that touchdown, the clock continues to roll thanks to the rule of 38, the mercy rule in the MACJC. The score came with 3:48 remaining in the fourth quarter. It's now 2:26 to go here in the fourth quarter. So the clock is rolling. ICC leading it 41-0. So Caleb Comer will tee this First American National Bank kickoff off from the 50-yard line. He's going to kick it deep, and it's going to be taken about 2 yards shy into the end zone. He fakes twice, and after you kind of stand there for a minute, the officials are eventually going to call it dead. And so now we're inside 2 minutes to play. Southwest will have the ball after the touchback. Well, Mr. Jim, I want to get you to be thinking about your Renaissance Bank postgame report recap of the game. Mainly have to go back and talk mainly about that
the first half.
But 39-yard interception return for a touchdown by Oliver has made it 41-0. There's now 1:35 to go here. So ICC does have the running clock here in the fourth quarter. Pass is out in the flats, and it's tipped around and dropped that time, intended for number 11, McCray. I think McCray heard footsteps coming that time from Cal Morris Robinson, and Robinson came in and laid the boom on him, but did a good job of checking up, not doing anything malicious after he could have easily teed off on him. So 1:04 remaining here. As Southwest with the football, and this will probably be one of the maybe 1 or 2 plays remaining in the contest. ICC Wow, the quarterback just slipping through everybody and still on his feet running down the field. He's going to lower his head and get out to the 45-yard line. Backup quarterback, Tyler Moore that time. Tyler, they got him listed at 5'10". I'm sorry, if he's 5'10", I'm 6'2". And I can't even jump and reach 6'2". But he was able to kind of weave his way through traffic. That small frame kind of popped up out of nowhere and was able to scramble for a big gain there. Now going to drop back to pass. It's out in the flats, and it's dropped again. And that's going to do it. ICC is going to pick up the 41-0 win here over Southwest, unless Southwest wants to try to rush to the line of scrimmage. I don't believe they are. That's going to do it 8 seconds, 7 seconds.
I think that's it, Adam.
And that's going to do it here. So ICC actually the referees are just going to hold on to the football, and now they spot it as time runs out. Your final score, ICC wins it 41-0 here over Southwest over Homecoming. Jim, let's go into our Renaissance Bank post-game report and get your final thoughts on the game. Of course, these final thoughts of the game is being brought to you by the Bank of Oklahoma.
Adam, we played very good defense tonight. Did not give up any points. Yes, we took care of them in the second quarter when we scored all our points. Looked very sharp. Second half offense sputtered. We weren't consistent, but we knew that we were up big. We came away and won this game, which we did do at Homecoming. Been a great day at Homecoming at ICC. Now you get ready for Northwest next week. Put this behind you. But a good win tonight on Homecoming.
Absolutely. A lot of players got a lot of playing time tonight. Of course, the difference of the game was that big second quarter. ICC scored 31 points in the second quarter to pull away in this one tonight. We're going to take a timeout, come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report. ICC wins it 41-0 here over Southwest on Homecoming.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
$2.99 for a car hop classic. What a steal.
Steal. That's a heist. Put this on.
Oh, disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this.
It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone, made from Oreo wafers, layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
And welcome back to the Renaissance Bank postgame report. Let's take a look at some Sonic scoring on tonight's contest as ICC wins 41-0. Jim, you got that scoring in front of you? You want me to do it?
Go ahead, Adam. You roll with it.
All right. At the 9:51 mark of the first quarter, it was an 18-yard field goal by Caleb Comer, 3-0 after one in favor of ICC. Then, as we said, that 31-point second quarter really set the tone for the Indians. It started with a 5-yard touchdown run by Hiram Waddington at the 13:49 mark of the second quarter. Then a 20-yard field goal by Caleb Comer, 6:52 to go in the second quarter. Then 3:48 to play. It was a 49-yard touchdown pass to Augusta Cox from Clark Mills, made it 20-0. ICC did 121. It was a 16-yard touchdown pass from Mills to Jamel Thomas, 27-0 ICC. Then a fumble, and it turned into a 23-yard touchdown pass to Austin Watkins from Clark Mills. Your score at halftime, 34-0. There was no scoring in the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, it was a 39-yard interception return by Oliver to make it 41-0. Of course, that sparked the running clock, thanks to the 38-point mercy rule here in Fulton tonight, and ICC picks up the 41-0 win. Jim, we talked about their Sonic scoring. Now we kind of have to name a Sonic player of the game. A lot of guys you can talk about tonight, at least in the first half. Second half, the defense got it done for the Indians, as we're see if Coach Sean Kenning would join us up top tonight as he was meeting with the team briefly there. So, Jim, just maybe some guys that stood out to you tonight that, Trey Towns we mentioned. Hayden Franklin could be another guy. So we may have to end up deferring to Coach Sean Cannon.
Might go with Coach Cannon. Of course, Clark Mills threw, I think, 3 touchdown passes tonight. Jamel Thomas is solid every night. I like what Trey Towns did tonight. Solid on offense, defense, and special teams. That's who I'd kind of point toward right now.
So that is Mr. Jim's Sonic Player of the Game, and we'll take another break and come back with more of the Renaissance Bank postgame report here from Fulton. ICC wins it 41-0 here at homecoming over Southwest.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Best pizza, New York style.
No way. Chicago deep dish.
Neapolitan.
No.
White pie.
Half veggies, half meat. Just cheese.
No, pepperoni.
Extra crunchy.
Chewy. Has to be gluten-free.
Pop it with arugula.
No, basil.
Eggplant. Dude, really? That's not pizza. Come on.
Pizza and a Coke.
You got that right. 2 Cokes, please.
My pizza goes best with a Coke.
An ice cold Coke.
Only with a Coke.
And welcome back to the Renaissance Bank post-game report, being joined in the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association broadcast booth by Victoria's head coach Sean Cannon. ICC wins at 41-0, thanks in part to a 31-point second quarter, a cruise to the victory. And Sean, first off, congratulations for the win on homecoming.
Yep, it was good to get that, kind of the ending to the week's festivities and everything we had going on. And that's kind of what I challenged the kids all week to, we have homecoming because of a football game, and that's what everybody wants to come see and wants to see a football team win. And proud of the kids being able to get a shutout, and put 41 points on the board, and, good night overall.
Well, Sean, it was a very unique week coming off a disappointing performance at Mississippi Delta. Have a big game next week with Northwest, with playoff implications on the line. So just talk about the preparation this week and keeping the guys focused on the task at hand.
Well, anytime you come off a short week and you play Saturday, you got to turn around and play Thursday. It's always tough because you can't go out on Sunday because it's kind of the day after the game, and when you play Thursday and you don't play again the following Saturday, then you got a little more time to kind of get your bearings straight and kind of get your mind ready for the next week. But when you don't have this, 4 days, I guess, back on the field, but I think this football team need to get back on the game field and had a sour taste in our mouth. I hope some of them did. I know the coaches did, and give Southwest credit. I mean, coming kind of like what happened to us last week. Their bus breaks down. They get here at 5 o'clock and or around 5:15, and long bus trip for those guys. And that's one thing I told the kids. I said either one of the things, they're going to be still on the bus when the game kicks off, and we got to be able to take advantage and start fast. And I thought our defense really, kept us in the game until our offense could get going. I don't know what 10-0 or 3-0.
3-0 at the end of the first quarter.
I mean, just but you never really know how an option team's going to play until you really get them on the field, and they had looked really, really good on film from the last 2 or 3 weeks, and we give our kids credit. Anytime you play that stuff, it's and it kind of helped us playing Holmes a couple of weeks ago to kind of get familiarity with it, but only practicing really 2 days for it. Had to go inside one day, and but it's a great way to end the week, and and then makes the weekend really good, and you get a win, and guaranteed us a winning season tonight, and had a, like you said, had a bump in the road last week, but that's we can't do anything about it. Got to look forward to what's next week, and that's the only game we got guaranteed left. So we've got to have a great week of practice and get ready to come here back in front of a great home crowd to take on Northwest.
Well, Coach, talk about guys on defense. Nick Smith, Ataris Moore, call those guys' names a lot tonight as your linebackers. Jim and I were talking about our Sonic star of the game. Who do you want to put that crown on tonight?
Well, this is a backer-led defense, and that's the position I coach, and I challenge those guys daily in the meeting room. I challenge them every day on the practice field to be our best football players on defense, and they really played well tonight, especially the things that they do are very tough. It's a tough offense. You watch Georgia Tech and Air Force and Navy, and they're always slipping up on somebody that maybe has more talent than they do, and they find a way to win. So, just kind of going back, I was really proud of the defense, to be honest with you. Don't know when the last time we've had a shutout. I thought we was going to give it up there when our safety bit up, and then they threw the ball here, but way to go down and block a field goal. So, if I had to pick anybody, I'd say probably the whole defense, because that's one thing I challenged them at halftime. I said, it's hard to get shut out, especially in this league, and let's go out and work for that. And then Savante with a great play down here to start the clock running. That was the plans. Let's come score early and let's get the clock running and go home. But sometimes things like that don't happen. But we did get a lot of kids in the game night. Augusta Cox caught him his first touchdown there, and so really proud of a lot of the kids. But I figured, you score 41 points is really good, but when they don't score any,
makes it even better.
Makes it even better.
Well, Coach, I want to take blame on the on us not scoring that touchdown to get the running clock, because I mentioned something to Seth Kent back in the studio that once we hit 38 or more, the clock starts running. So don't put it on the guys; it's on the radio booth up top. So.
Well, that's what I told them at half. I said, guys, the rule here, 38 points. Clock runs. Let's get this game over with, and. But things like that happen. But they chewed up a lot of time as well, running the football, and and just their tempo they play with and huddling and stuff. So, but just proud of our kids, and just hate that one got away from us last week. Coaches live with it, and I'll live with it all year, and all that. But this good to get a win here. I think we were 2-3 against the South this year, which is really good. Typically in the past, South teams have been pretty good, and you go back and look at the game, the East Central game, you look at the Delta game, let two games get away from us, and so you never know. But I was proud of the kids tonight and being able to get this win for sure.
Northwest next week, Coach. Good job on the win tonight. It's going to make it a little bit easier getting ready for Northwest. Big one there. Depends on what Delta and Holmes do. If Holmes takes care of Delta, it's going to be winner takes all.
Winner takes all. That's all you can ask for is an opportunity and a chance. So that's one thing. Hopefully cards will work in our favor, and we'll at least have a shot to do it, and it'll be up between, two good football teams, and, we'll see how it happens.
ICC wins it 41-0. Appreciate you coming up to take time to talk to us here in the Renaissance Bank postgame report. We'll be back with more from Fulton right after this.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
And welcome back one final time here from Fulton as ICC picks up the 41-0 win over Southwest on homecoming. Adam Gore, Jim Ingram. Special thanks to Coach Sean Cannon to come up and talk to us. He selected the defense as tonight's Sonic Stars.
Good choice, Adam.
Yeah, I agree on that one. So, Jim, final thoughts on the game tonight?
You talk about the defense, and, we did bend, but 0 points, Adam. It doesn't matter who you're playing. Southwest has struggled this year, but they're still a good community college football team. A lot of athletes on that team. We stopped them. They didn't score any, so give our defense credit. We did a good job. As you mentioned, we scored most of our points in the second quarter. Kind of shut it down third and fourth quarter. But now it gets real next Thursday night. You know, we'll see what happens Saturday. We think Holmes will beat Delta at their homecoming. If that happens, then ICC and Northwest will play next Thursday night. Whoever wins that game makes the playoffs.
Absolutely. And as Sean said, that's what you want, just to control your own destiny there. Your final score here from Fulton. ICC takes care of Southwest 41-0. A programming note, Saltillo versus Lewisburg. The replay of that will be on Saturday at 10 o'clock right here on ESPN 95.1 The Fan. So for Mr. Jim Ingram, Raphael Henry, you've got Bronson Payne, Dylan, Helms. Thank you, Dylan Helms. Austin Blanson coming back for homecoming.
I saw that.
Lee Adams. I'm Adam Gore saying good night, and as always, roll Tribe.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.